Well, how quickly a week goes by. How quickly time flies when you're having fun. And indeed, it has been fun over the last 7 days. Today, we pull the curtains down on the 2024 version of the Windward Islands Women's Cricket Tournament. And what a fantastic week it has been. Hi, everybody. Good morning. My name is Jason Skeet. With me is Clyde Rondell John, CR John, as we like to call him. The view on your screen suggests a beautiful overhead shot of the Lasajas playing field. This has been the venue for these games. Lasajas, beautiful but different. Clyde.
Beautiful but different, and if you're a maths person, you look at all the circles that you are seeing, it just makes for a beautiful sight. Here at the Lasajas, we look at the surrounding road networks and so on, just so different but yet beautiful, Jason.
There's been a whole lot more to be added to this facility, because what we're seeing here is just a minuscule portion of the entire area. There's some more areas to the left and to the right that can accommodate even another field in stages of development. But that is something that is way above our pay grade. The folks who are responsible for that will deal with it. What we are focusing on this morning is the third place playoff in the T20 version of the Windward Islands Women's Cricket Tournament, a match between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Dominica. Dominica went down to St. Lucia yesterday in impressive form. St. Lucia was impressive. They dominated from the get-go, from the very first ball. Likewise, the match between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada, St. Vincent posting a pretty decent total, a workable total, but Grenada struck in the second over, and after that, it was a slippery slope downhill for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That has brought us to this point. St. Vincent and the Grenadines are playing Dominica for the third place, and the big final, St. Lucia and Grenada, coming up later on this morning.
Well, I really hope that the Dominicans had a good night, and they are ready and raring to go. They're up first batting, and so it means that they're going to set the total, and so I'm hoping to see a bit more aggression, hoping to make amends for what we saw from them yesterday. I think I don't think anybody hit a shot in aggression yesterday, so definitely I think they would want to do that today and ensure that they get the third place at least.
Well, they're going to have a whole lot of work to do. Here's the story going into the match. Dominica won the toss and elected to field. They've sent St. Vincent and the Grenadines into bat, and the umpires have signaled the start. They're ready to start. The umpires are Rosalind Cooper from St. Lucia and Isaiah Peters from Grenada. He's the third umpire actually, substituting for Sean Manwarin, who is running against it, but Manwarin will be here during the course of the morning. And of course, the third umpire, Isaiah Peters from Grenada, substituting for him. And well, we're about to start the action here at the Lasajas playing field. St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the crease. The opening batters, Homer and Crease. And Rosalind Cooper opens the attack for Dominica from it's Pearl Etienne actually. Pearl Etienne, the captain, opening the bowling for St. Vincent and for Dominica. Opening the bowling for Dominica from the main road end. Clyde?
Yeah, and she has been really good in this year's tournament.
She's in the air almost immediately, and a good chance here. Oh, that's a drop chance, but almost immediately. Second ball in the first over, and almost immediately. Yes, danger lurking.
Yeah, danger lurking. I like the intent of the batter. They're trying to ensure that you get over the top of the infield, and luckily the fielder there was backing up, so they didn't really get more than one, but good intent, good use of the power play. That's what we want to see.
All right. Dominica would be well advised to just give it everything this morning. It's a young team, according to the manager who we spoke with a few days ago. It's a young team. The rebuilding process is underway, and no doubt this is the stage where they would just want to give everything. You've got nothing to lose at this stage, Dominica. Give it your all. That's a good delivery. She's been spot on so far.
Yeah, I think when we look at the both teams that are playing here, definitely they are in the rebuilding stage. St. Vincent and the Grenadines have quite a bit of youngsters in their ranks also, and so it's good exposure for them. It's good, to at least get them to understand what it takes to be at this level, and they can only go up from here.
Saint Vincent on the board, 1 without loss. Still inside over number 1. Dominica has been led by their captain Pearl Etienne and assisted by Anisha Fontaine, Rosalind Regis, Ronette Stanford, Jani Vermond, Jennifer Casper, Maya Gilbert, Kayla George, Rianne Prevo, Abigail Celestine, Shatia Seaman, that's the 11, Shaniqua Nelson, and Jem Eloy are out.
Well, I can run through the St. Vincent and the Grenadines team for you. Janela Glasgow, she's the captain. Kimoni Homer, Aisha Williams, Anisha Westfield, Delita Bentic, Jenna Frederick, Daniela Chris, or Danella Chris, Shoma Wright Kwashi, Alu Vanessa Boucher, Arika Hooper, and Xavier Stevens. That's your playing 11. Not playing today will be Nisha Durant, Tracy Byron, and Chanel Maki. So definitely Dominica looking to expose a bit of the players to the T20 format. And you can only look forward to, them getting better as they continue their career. Quite a young team for Dominica, quite a young team for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And so we're hoping that they will, be around for the future. They should not look at their position in the tournament as a total disaster. I know many in Dominica and in St. Vincent may feel that the girls didn't do what they expected, but I'm seeing a whole different picture when I look at what the girls have done and how they have carried themselves. You can definitely spot that there are some talents to be unearthed in some of these teams, and so definitely if you're a Dominican or St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it means that you are on the up, rebuilding, and let's put it maybe in a 2-3 year time, you just may have these girls coming and being victorious. So it's a building process, as we know. A lot of youths, and youth, they have to gain experience, and that's how you become good.
There have been some slight issues just around the batting crease, and batters and bowlers very specific, very meticulous. This is a big game. Everybody wants to ensure that they've got the best possible advantage, even when it involves not being disadvantageous to the other person.
Must agree, we want even Stevens, as they would say, even Stevens.
On target. Crease is solid in defense. She's looked the part so far. She needs to get a score. She's been aiming for something big since the start of the tournament. Looks accomplished, doesn't look too bothered, but just not being able to carry on. This could be the chance for her. Played. pushed square on the offside for a single.
Come Jennifer, come
Dominica
Jennifer.
ends the over with Pearl Etienne. That's their captain. She's led them with distinction so far. It's a good over. St. Vincent and the Grenadines 2 without loss.
Yeah, again, Etienne has been a miser with the ball in her hands. You look at some of her spells and you see that she doesn't want to give away anything. You have to, as a batter, work for your runs if you're going to face up against Pearl Etienne. She's generally, you know, attacking the stumps, ensuring that the batters play and defend the wicket. When you get a freebie from her, then it means that you really have to capitalize on it.
To you.
It's been good weather so far for the duration of this tournament, save and except one day when we had day truncated by some early morning rains. But separate and apart from that, I think that was Monday. Separate and apart from that, it has been fantastic weather. Jennifer Gaspar, spin being introduced early to Dominica.
Well done, Abigail. Keep batting, right? You keep batting.
Pretty much even on and
Ready,
off.
yes, keep batting.
Dominica playing with 4 on the onset.
Only one run it.
Square leg gets into the action. So Dominica has
Well done, girl. Well done, girl.
shortish mid-wicket. There's a square leg, just looking square, just a little bit backward of square, but more backward of square than square. Mid-wicket, deep on the boundary, and a short mid-on.
Right ball.
We go deep mid-on. It's more deep than short, or deep mid-on.
You get time, yes? Oh, yeah.
Immediately,
Keep going, yes, Shadia. Well done, yes.
deep mid-on comes into play. That's Shadia Seaman.
Going, right? Yeah.
Right there, that's what
So far, I like the approach of the Dominicans.
Well done.
Just looking to ensure that they get some sort of momentum. Just try to keep the ball
Back, everybody.
wicket to wicket. Make sure that you ask the St. Vincent and the Grenadine girls to come at you.
Oh, yes.
Seem quite,
Keep back and doing well.
and the bowlers are getting just that little hint of bounce. And so it's a nice even track to bat on.
Not this morning.
Over.
Brings up the end of the second over. St. Vincent and the Grenadines 5 without loss. Yeah, so they've been going along pretty well. One of the things that we've noticed in this tournament is that extras has been huge for all the teams. And more so in the 50-over version of the game. They've limited the extras, in all fairness to them, they've limited the extras in the T20 version, but we're seeing that as the game gets longer, the extras pile up. That's going to be a cause for concern, something to work about. The Windward Island selectors are going to be monitoring that.
White ball.
And as you just spoke about it, Jason, Etienne decides to go down the leg side. So she will want to make sure that she makes that correction and not let the commentators' curse be on her.
Oh, yes, pull. Well pulled.
Pearl is hanging outside the off stump. That's a good line to bring some indiscretion into the mind of the batter. You want to have the batter playing.
I like the look of Homer as an opener.
Decide to go after it. This could be danger here.
Come.
No, it's went over the head of a deep mid-on It went for 4. I think she picked it up late.
Yeah, I think she picked it up. The judging of the catch is the issue there. I think she was trying to assert where she should really stand to take the catch. Again, Homer going straight back down the wicket. And I'm saying I like the look of her, looking to play through the line of the deliveries. You saw the boundary a while ago, just hitting through. She trusted the pace and the bounce of the wicket and was able to clear the long on. So definitely she has something about her that the SVG coaches would need to look at.
Good morning to our friends in Dominica. Dominica has been very present on our live streams. Our friends in Dominica have been very present on our live streams. They leave nothing for granted. And full support of their Dominicans. So, good morning to our friends in Dominica. The capital of Dominica, Roseau. Population of about 17,000. It's the biggest of the Windward Islands, Dominica. The largest of the Windward Islands. That's a reckless shot. So no point in hanging your bat outside there. Poor Etienne looking to induce a rash stroke. Did that. Luckily for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and for Crease, didn't find the edge.
Yeah, Crease again not really using the feet to get close to the delivery. You can see her stretching, just hanging the bat out there. And you would want her to just take that step across and really get her head over the line of the delivery. And I think definitely she will make good contact and she will get possibly a score going here today. So another 3 overs remaining in the power play. I think SVG will want to make use of this.
Yes, Jenny. Yes, Jenny.
Good check shot. Jennifer Gaspar. Right arm off break. Some untidy work.
No.
Should have been a dot.
Yeah, just taking her eyes off the ball there a little too early. She was down in position but took her eyes off the delivery, the ball as it came to her.
Oh, yes. Remember where it's staying, eh? Yeah. But you just keep walking.
Gaspar is on target.
Catch it!
The shout of catch, it hung in the air for a little bit.
No!
No dice. So, a couple of near chances. Dominica would be encouraged by that. They would think that they've induced a couple of false strokes already from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. She was onto it in a flash. That's a short-mid wicket for Dominica. That looks like Stanford, run at Stanford. She was onto it quickly.
Yes, buddy. Yes, buddy.
Could have been almost
Loving it like McDonald's.
fatal there.
Yeah, definitely a good move. I think she moved smartly to gather and still try to get it back quickly.
No! Well done, Abigail.
And looking at the approach of the SVG batters again, Jason, this is I think this is one of the things that actually put them in a bit of trouble yesterday. The rotation of the strike, they seem really hesitant, not willing to put the fielders under any sort of pressure. I mean, you're in the power play. This is a time where you need quick runs. You need to set a good total. You want to have the fielders under pressure.
This is the third place playoff, and if you're Dominica, you've got nothing to lose. You've got to go all the way out. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, on the other hand, they're a little bit more accomplished, so they would want to watch Dominica very closely. Because, Dominica is now playing like a cornered tiger.
Yeah, and they seem ready to just devour anything in their way. So far, they have started really well, 4 overs, 13 runs on the board. It means that they have begun to get on the prowl. Definitely, they will be looking to restrict the St. Vincent and the Grenadine team to under 100.
Across the line. Listen to your teammates. Lecture you're giving them, man. Yeah. You got no classroom? No, me a lecture.
Pearl Etienne has bowled 2, and she's come out, so clearly she's sticking to the notion of rotating the bowlers quickly, not letting tiredness step in. So she's rotating the bowlers quickly. She's removed herself, and it's a healthy edge.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I can't believe that.
Ginny Valmont taking up the attack, and she bowled really well her spell yesterday. She really bowled well, had the batters in all sorts of trouble. I'm just coming and attacking the stumps, asking them to, look up a bit, and they were not really able to get her off the square.
Run! Come on! Abigail, throw the ball. Sorry.
Right.
Why?
Genevieve Valmont is the new bowler for Dominica.
Well done, Ronald.
A good shot, but not being able to pierce the field. Well set field there by skipper Etienne. Heavy offside. Good shot. Well placed. Just finding the gap. There's something about this homer that I like, Jason. She's not afraid to put a willow to leather. And that's really something good. This is what you need in the power play. You need to be able to put willow to leather and get the ball across the ropes.
Look. What you got? Wait.
Again, looking to get after the bowling, not allowing Valmont to settle. I think Valmont had a good spell yesterday, and she saw that, and it seemed ready to really put her off her pieces.
Over. Okay, well, at the end of 5, St. Vincent and the Grenadines are 18 without loss. Steady so far. Kimoni Homer not out on 12, and Daniela Crease is there on 4. More from C.R. John, and then the missing man for the last couple of days, Raphael Crony, will sit in the chair.
Yeah, Dominica doing a good work so far with the ball. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they definitely want to make use of this final over of the power play. They haven't lost the wicket as yet. Somebody needs to probably take a chance and maybe get a couple of boundaries, get them into maybe a total closer to at least 30, 35 after the power play, which would set them a good platform so that the others can launch.
Right ball here.
Wide delivery by
Stop,
Gasper. Gasper has been steady
Come girls.
so far. 5 runs coming off for 2 overs. She into her third.
Oh, yes.
Again, bang on target, asking the batter to really come after her.
Me and you, keep batting. Keep batting, buddy.
As I welcome Mr. Rafael Crony. Good strike, good strike. That's what we're talking about. And Chris seemed to understand this is the last over of the power play and hiking that one over the field. The fielder was down on the boundary, but that one just sailed over the fielder's head. She came in a little too much and picking up a well-needed, well-deserved boundary.
Yeah, morning, Rondell. Again, beautiful condition here at the Lasser Just Playing field. And you're certainly right. I thought that fielder could have been right back. No, she's going right back to the long on boundary. That ball was well hit by Chris. It was short and really gave it the full treatment.
Ooh, well, there you have a Cardinal sin, a spinner overstepping,
What you doing outside, Ria?
giving a free hit. Oh, well, it's a no ball for the fielders. Okay, so
Let go your hand now, right?
the bowler did not go past the crease, but there were too many persons outside the 30-yard circle. And that is in the rule of the game now, a no ball, as it has always been.
That's okay. That's good. Easy.
Yeah, one has to be, the captain really has to be assured in terms of her field placement. And as you said, the umpire would have picked that up very quickly, having too many fielders out.
Again, Homer looking really decent, just playing through the line of the ball, recognizing that the fielder is at long off and there's a free single to be had.
And Homer is one of the players I think that looked pretty good for St. Vincent. We saw her from the first match and does demonstrate.
Come. Let's give it straight.
Playing right over this one, I think it was right up. And Chris playing right over it. And just ball coming from the bat. As we look at the replay and we see what happens here, ball seemed to be playing down the wrong line, ball pitched up, and really should have been, foot across and just choked it, but just play outside of it, and it hit the midland leg stump.
Yeah, and that is something that I recognized about Chris. Not really looking to get forward. Let's look at her foot movements there. It's there. She's not looking to get out to the pitch of the delivery, but she's rather staying back and trying to use her hands to maneuver the ball, and that doesn't really work in this format unless you maybe a Viv Richards or Chris Gale. But outside of that, you need to get as close to the delivery as possible and ensure that the feet gets close so that the head can follow and you can play. So definitely Chris has a bit of work to do, but good strike for Dominica.
Yeah, 26 for 1. We are in the 6th over. Homer is on 13. And, speaking about Homer, showed a lot of promise from the first game that she played. And does indicate that she has some great ability. And it will be important for St. Vincent that she, bat as long as possible if we're going to give really a score that's really competitive.
Yeah, a lot would rest on her. I think the incoming batter in Janella Glasgow, a lot rest on her shoulders. I think yesterday she was under a bit of pressure. She couldn't really respond. She got a 30 run not out. No, she got out. But I think the 30 runs that she got took a little too much time and it didn't really play the situation that they were in. So she needs to really be able to be free-flowing as we know her to be. We've known her to be a good clean hitter of the cricket ball, but somehow she didn't respond yesterday. Let's see how she would go. She's now trying to set a target for the Dominicans to chase, and definitely I think she would have the freedom and the liberty to do as she wants.
So Gasper, and she's in the 3rd over, and one of the things about her is that she gives the ball quite a bit of air. But first delivery to Glasgow, who just came back and pushed it back along the wicket. 26 for 1. We have 6 overs completed. Power play, 6 overs completed. Even Stevens, 26 for 1. St. Vincent really would want to get probably over the three figure, maybe 100, 120. But Dominica will have different thoughts.
Yeah, Dominica definitely will have different thoughts. A score of 120, as we see, could be very challenging once you're willing to keep the ball up to the bat, once you're willing to, bowl wicket to wicket and put pressure on the batters, asking them to take the risk. But as we saw yesterday, 150 was scored by the Solutions, and that to me is the sort of score that this wicket deserves.
Valmont just missing a run a bit. She's into her second over.
Come.
And hit down to long off.
Wait it.
Can you see that?
Wait it.
Yeah. Homer there in control, just stroking down and they get an overthrow, a little bit of lapse there.
Yeah, again you see the mentality of Glasgow. She was there, wait, and waiting for the keeper to make that mistake. As the throw comes in, she was able to capitalize. So that's the sort of things that you need. You need to capitalize on these little errors.
Play down to deep cover. Again, Homer striking well. And there's a cover fielder on the boundary who comes around. But I just seem to be timing the ball right, coming out from the middle of the bat. And she's demonstrating a great deal of confidence. 29 for 1 over number 7. And the left-handed Glasgow comes into strike. And as we look at the field, third man, just about halfway to the boundary, backward point, we see cover coming into position, extra cover and a long off on the offside.
Good delivery there. That one just coming back into Glasgow. Glasgow playing pretty late. I just say the length of time that she had to play, maybe reaching forward and really trying to maybe maneuver, drop it short, or just play with soft hands might yield a single. As she's doing there, I think these deliveries desired from Valmont, who's bowling wicket to wicket. She needs to look at rotating right around that area.
Well, I think the length was pretty good, and I think that Glasgow was caught in two minds, whether to go forward or to play back. And at the end of the day, she didn't go forward, nor even play back, and she really looked a bit uncomfortable. Was able to keep it on.
Look at that now.
Pushing the last delivery on the onside. But Valmont, as you rightly said, seemed to be bowling wicket to wicket, just making the batters think a bit.
Yeah, and that's good. That's good control. So she knows what she's doing out there.
Oh yes.
Can bang on target, not really asking. They just asking the batters to come. But again, with the length that she's pitching, I still believe that the batters can drive her back down, straight back past her.
Yeah, that was very good running there. Ball played down to a point which was on the boundary, and they came through quickly for 2 runs there. We have seen some positiveness in both players in that they are quite quick to pick up the singles, to pick up the 2 when necessary. And this format of the game is just 20. What you want to pick up as much runs as possible. But it's good to see that the frame of mind they're in, very positive, and looking to pick up runs, wherever, is possible.
Yeah, and that's the mentality you want to have. The field is spread. There are more fielders outside, and I think looking at the fielders, they're on the edge of the circle, the majority of them. So there is the opportunity for, dropping and run, rotating on every ball. And in T20, the more dot balls you avoid, the better your run rate will be. For adventure, you get a couple of boundaries in between. You can see yourself having a really decent score.
So Casper is going right through. She's into a final over, fourth over. A lot of air, and ball is hit back over the bowler's head, but again the fielder on the boundary. Just a little bit slow, maybe picked it up late. But once no ball signal, I would think it's for height.
Yes, I think it looks like no ball for height as it. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, but well handled by Glasgow again, just playing through the line of the delivery, even if it was up above the waist, was able to get it straight over the bowler's head.
Only one. One. Back up.
Again, looking to put pressure on the fielders. You can see her just following the trajectory of the ball as it comes in to the bowler's end, ready to pounce on anything that they miss.
Catch it, Jenny! What did he add? I know.
Yeah, 37 for 1. Homer 19. Glasgow just coming in on 4.
Good strike. That's Glasgow using her experience, just being able to dance across to it, get good meat of the bat onto it, and placing it expertly for 4. There's quite a good gap there. The fielder is at more a long off, and she had no chance to run across, so definitely expertly placed by Glasgow.
Yeah, picked the gap well. It was a full toss and just outside the off stump, and he gave it the full treatment and placed it between the cover and extra cover.
Again, going through that
Well done,
extra
Shadia.
cover region, picking up 2. Glasgow seemed to be showing that she's out for business today. So far, it's been coming off the bat pretty sweetly for her. Anything offline, she seems ready to pounce, and that's a good frame of mind to be in.
Yeah, she's very positive and in control, hitting that shortest length delivery again through that extra cover area and picking up 2. She quickly goes Glasgow on 10 into double figures already. This partnership is 17. Current run rate just about 5.4. 43 for 1 into over number 8. And they're going to get another overthrow there. That ball, again, just thrown back at non-strikers in. Really, it was no need to. But again, we see Homer and Glasgow picking up the extra runs. And she picked up 2 more. So she's on the 12, the end of the 8th over. St. Vincent, they're 45 for 1.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. You know, you put the fielders under a bit of pressure. The fielder bobbled, and in the haste to get it back to the bowler, she just threw it a little bit wide of the bowler, and it resulted in an overthrow. But luckily, Glasgow and Homer, they were ready. They were just waiting for something like that. And this says that they were aware of the situation at hand. Yesterday, I don't think that they looked that they understood what they needed to do. And definitely today they're looking much better.
So we have 8 overs completed. Valmont, 2 overs. He had 2 overs for 11. So the right-handed Homer is in strike. And just to speak about the hit down the long one, again, hitting straight, which is so important. And the fielder just coming off the boundary. Speak about the condition of the field and probably the pitch itself. And I think we have been having really a good pitch. This pitch have been used for all the matches, and really have stood up playing very well.
Yeah, and we must say hats off to the groundsmen. They've tried well. They had their challenges, as in everything. You know, we always have challenges, but they've done well. They've ensured that the facility looks good. The conditions out there, you know, it's well manicured and everything. The pitch is well prepared. It's good for batting, good for bowling. And in essence, you had a fine tournament. And so I think the groundsmen, they did a good job and really tried well. So we give them kudos.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that the organizers will be happy in terms of how the tournament went, particularly the games here in Las Vegas. The second day we had some rain. Still we were able to get 31 overs bowled, but generally there was no major issue with the field or with the wicket, as the case may be. Again, blessed by good weather. So they should be very pleased with the way that the tournament would have went.
Yeah, I think the organizers, they would feel really happy. Even the fans and the viewers, I know that they will be happy. I think they've seen quite some interesting contests, you know, over the past week. And it says that the women's cricket is on the up. There are a few areas, you know, you look at the youngness of some of the teams and you will want a bit more competition, you know, but as they gain the experience and they go older, they stick together, definitely you will see that competition coming through.
Again, hit down to long off, just short of a length, and Valmont is just trying to pitch just in that area, that uncertainty. But Homer continues to play well, in control, playing it slowly down to long off. And she pick up her 21st run.
Yeah, I keep saying I like the look of Homer. Not afraid to be positive, strike the ball. And yet she has a pretty decent defense. Seems to understand that, you know, every now and again, once the delivery is there to hit, you hit it. And when it's time to defend, she's going at 21 from 23. Not too bad. I mean, it's T20. You will want your strike rate to be up above 100. But so far, for opener, she's doing well.
Yeah, and you just see in this particular over, Valmont just struggling a bit to the left-hander. Again, with the left and the right, you know, it calls for a lot more concentration. And the left-hander bowl too wide down the leg side. Now the right-hander comes bowl another wide down the leg side.
Again, well played by Homer. Well played by her, just ball down the leg side and using the pace of the delivery, just, you know, guiding it across. So
it's 53 for 1 after 9 overs. St. Vincent, Homer 22 and Glasgow on 14. One of the things we would see Rondell, you know, coming down to the end of the tournament, what really going to be important is the fitness of the players. And when you're not playing consistently a lot of women's cricket and competition, and you have a week to play a number of games, you know, it will tell on the players, and your fitness level will be very important. Maybe the team that is much fitter have a better chance to even get to the final, or even win the tournament. So we are seeing it with a few of the players, as you know, the amount of work, and the sun has been pretty hot throughout the week, so one could imagine it's pretty tough on some of the young players.
Yeah, definitely tough. As we see a change in the bowling, it's Registe.
Oh, yes.
She's bowling from the commentary boot end, or the bay end, as we have named it. She's been a good bowler for Dominica.
A lovely shot. This was Played really well. Ball. But good stop. Went straight to the fielder.
Yeah, again, I keep saying I like the look of Homer. That ball down the leg stump line, and she's not afraid to get down and look to sweep it along, but unfortunately it went straight to the fielder.
Oh, yes.
Maybe just getting it a little earlier might have evaded the fielder, but unfortunate for her, it didn't beat the field. She just needs to continue.
Yeah, well, I think the fielder was placed in the right position. It was a very good shot. Yeah, it came from the middle of the bat, but went straight to the fielder. Shot that looked like 4 all over it. Again, she continued to demonstrate her ability. 54 for 1. We are into the 10th over. And so far, for this over, it's actually Gilbert has been really keeping things really nicely. Good line, good length. Just seem to have some control.
Yeah, and you were speaking about the fitness of the players, and I think she is one that I'm really impressed with, that's Gilbert.
Again, good line, good flight, push into the offside.
Yeah, in the game against St. Lucia, the first T20 game against St. Lucia, she had a first over that went for 17, and she came back so strongly that her next 3 overs went for maybe about 7 or 8 because she ended up with about 25 runs off of 4 overs.
And this she could be one out. Not what a way to go.
Yeah, miscommunication there. As we were saying, the positiveness of the two. Again, let's look. Homer seemed to have been a bit sleeping, or she looked at the ball going straight to the fielder and decided that she wouldn't respond to that run. Unfortunate for her, unfortunate for Dominica that this partnership has been broken. 29-run partnership says that they understood what was needed and was well on their way.
Yeah, this player was positive, pushing it around, but I think the call, it was in front of the bat, so really that was Homer's call. It was hit firmly, it was hit straight to the cover field. And I think that Glasgow, I think maybe because of how the shot was played, just began to run. I certainly wouldn't want to give Homer too much blame for that. That was her call. And Glasgow, unfortunately, run out there. As we look at the replay once again, ball hit there, and Homer didn't move. Glasgow almost ended up almost in the same crease, but she didn't move. And it's just communication in calling and judgment, which is so important. Running between the wicket, you have to sometimes judge, but the basic was necessary there. Ball hit in front, and that striker's call.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was just an error there on the part of Glasgow. Looking to be positive, but again, the batter recognizing the ball, going straight to the fielder, wants to make sure that she can get to the other end. Maybe a louder call, maybe something just to alert her that, hey, I think there's a chance, might have, really allowed Homer to respond. But I don't think that they really called well, and so ended the result run out.
So 55 for 2 as we reach the halfway stage of the inning. First 10 overs being bowled. The players just refreshing themselves a bit. I think Dominica would feel really that they have kept things, tight. I think it's still about even where it is after 10 overs. St. Vincent will want to bat their whole 20 overs to make sure they try to get as much runs as possible. But Dominica will feel that they still have control, and picking up that really important wicket of Glasgow would feel good that they have been able to break that partnership.
Yeah, 55 for 2 after 10. It says that St. Vincent and the Grenadines, if they continue like this, they're on course for a possible 110. They would want to get a bit more than that. Maybe try to make sure that Dominica coming into bat has something to chase where they need more than a runner ball. So definitely, I think from here, the partnerships from here, the way they approach will really set up what the total will be. Maybe the next 5 overs, Glasgow and Frederick can look to push it around and maybe ensure that they have wickets in hand for the last 5, where you can really, put some impetus and close off the innings well.
Oh, so as the players are just getting into positions. St. Vincent
As the players have
been sent into bat.
As they have refreshed, Mr. Crony, I will want to take a break and get refreshed, and so I'm going to vacate the chair and invite Jason Skeet to continue from where I left off. So after some words from you, it will be Jason Skeet.
Yeah, the players just settling in after that water break. The Jenna Fredericks is the left-handed player that comes in, 55 for 2 after 10 overs. St. Vincent being sent into bat. And games just about even, Stephen. Welcome back, Jason.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines would want to step on the gas here a little bit because Dominica has a kind of a fearless attitude. That's a good delivery. Some drama building. It happens normally. Folks say that every time a particular commentator takes the chair, the drama comes with it on the field. So I'm hoping that it holds true to form, Rafael.
Yes, certainly. I think at the stage of the game now, you expect them to, as you rightly said, that they're going to pick up a bit. They want to push it around a bit. Being all disappointed to lose that wicket, but ATN picking up the attack. Good delivery, first delivery up, just chained down a bit, and it came off the edge. And Frederick off the mark with a single.
Etienne drifting down the leg side. It's a wide delivery, captain to captain. She's heading to Jamila Glasgow. Glasgow, the captain of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yeah, and just some correction there, because we were thinking there it was Glasgow that was run out, but actually it was Homer. And make it so much more important, a bigger wicket.
Oh, that's a good shot, but danger here. That's a good run. It was a good run. She caught onto it very quickly. The call came early. She darted off like a rocket at this, Jamila Glasgow, that is. She darted off with full force, extra board, and eventually, all's well that ends well.
Yeah, just managed to make it. The ball hit the cover, hit firmly, and they feel that they're making a good stop. And Frederick just making a ground, but a good cricket, positive running.
Going down leg, but she's keeping it tight. She's keeping it tight. Etienne, she's a security officer during the day when she's not playing cricket. So she knows about keeping things in check and keeping things tight.
Yeah, but coming off the pad, again, really good backing up there. I think that was a good single. Ball didn't travel far off the wicket. It's very positive to pick up that single.
She would probably just want to either play just a little bit later because there's some room left and right to the fielder there inside the circle. It looks like player wearing number 16. She wants to just go left or right. This time she plays it a little earlier, picks up the single.
Probably two.
So she's been thinking.
Yeah, that was well played by Glasgow. Importantly, that she pushed that leg out to the pitch of it and just push it past the extra cover. The fielder had to come off the long off boundary, and they had two very easy runs. So good thinking and good placement by Glasgow.
Giving her some room, and again she goes in the same area. There should be one. You get two comfortably in the end.
Yeah, good positive shot again. Ball over pitch. And Glasgow coming forward and stroke it again down to that extra cover, wide long off position. And picking up another easy two. Good over, 63 for 2. Glasgow quickly going on to 20, and she would want to really play a captain's inning, you know, having lost that important wicket through the run-out route. And she's looking more and more comfortable.
She has no choice now, really. She has to stay and play and bat out for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yesterday, she was very pedestrian in her scoring when St. Vincent and the Grenadines played Grenada. She was very pedestrian, spent just about an hour and 15 minutes outside there and was barely able to get to 30. So she wants to pick up the scoring today at least. This Dominica bowling attack is not as formidable as the attack that they would have received from Grenada. So she would want to use the opportunity here to get some runs. Straight back over the bowler. That's 1. 4.
Yeah, very good shot played there by Frederick Ball. Give a lot of air and hit it straight back over the bowler's head, and it goes down to the boundary for 4. Again, good positive shot. This is what St. Vincent will want to do, to pick up the run rate, take advantage of the ball that is over pitch. And this was well hit straight back. He gave the long on and long off no chance.
A good check shot this time, but a good communication, good running between the wickets between St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Their communication has been spot on, these two. That's Glasgow and Frederick. They've been good so far. Good coordination. Yes is yes, no is no.
Again, Gilbert giving the ball a lot of air, and ball played out just to the backward square position, but not afraid to toss it up.
She's hugging more of the strike because she probably tells herself that this is the time to get some runs. Dominica, this team, a very young team.
A lovely shot, quick at delivery, and it's well played. Get on her back foot and really hit it down to point position, fielder on the boundary. So 69 for 2 as we come to the end of the 12th over. Fredericks on 6, Glasgow 21. St. Vincent and the Grenadines ready to want to pick up the run rate at this time. It's now 5.75. Just a little adjustment to the pad there. But what we have seen from both of these batters, they seem to be very positive. They are not afraid to pick up the runs, and we've seen it. It's happening, which is so important in this format of the game. they look very positive.
Hold it.
Oh, that's just the nature of this game. You've got to be, because indecision would generally result in your demise. So they've got to be very positive, these two. Their communication has been spot on to this point. Understanding that the field is spread a little bit relaxed, especially on the onside. And both batters are piercing the offside very well in the process. So a good single again. They've been taking these sharp singles, fortune favoring the brave.
Yeah,
that's the thing about this cricket. You've got to take chances.
Yeah, and with good thinking, right? Just dropped it in front of her, and the bowler having to run through was not able to stop it, so it turned out to be a very easy single.
Straight back over the bowler. Surely this will go all the way to the boundary for 4. That's a good strike. And Pearl Etienne is... not Pearl Etienne, Glasgow, sorry. Glasgow is in the mood.
Yeah, very good shot. As we look at the replay here, she hit straight. Didn't try to go across it. Ball given her away and hit straight back over the bowler head. And it's probably the safest place on the field to hit the ball in the air. No danger. There's no one behind the bowler. And picked up a very good boundary.
Oh, yes.
This time she's attempting to go wide of the wicket. Valmont going wide of the left-hander. Glasgow.
Yeah, after being hit back over here, trying to push it wide. Glasgow. As we see the long-off fielder going straighter, almost behind the bowler. And no action.
Oh, that's a good shot. It eludes the fielders. It will go for 1, 2. It just barely trickles over the ropes. There's always a chance when the ball is played along the ground, especially on the edge of, when it gets to the edge of the boundary. The grass is so thick that it actually slows it up. So you've got to continue running hard. Just maybe she could have prevented the boundary there.
Yeah, I thought if you look at the field, that part of the field, you know, it have probably less grass. So when that's an area that the ball going to really run. But again, good shot. Glasgow's able to, you know, the ball wide up there off stump, tossed up, and they give her the freedom to swing, and she swung well.
St. Vincent picking up some runs. The return comes in the deep. It's safe. Not the best of throwing arms there from Shadea Seaman. Seaman down just back with a square. Had some running around to do. Almost a very shortish fine leg. 2 more added to the total. 82 for 2. We're inside over number 13. That's good going by St. Vincent and the Grenadines now.
Yeah, good positive running to pick up 2 runs down to that fine leg position. As we see Glasgow just taking some time to catch her breath.
She will maintain the strike. It should have been 1. They're going to push for 2. Yes, that's good running between the wickets. Again, these two, Frederick and Glasgow, was always 1, but a bit relaxed. Much to the disappointment of the captain. Too relaxed. And what should have been an easy single turned into be a comfortable 2.
Yeah, very good over for St. Vincent. Push the run rate up to 6.46. Glasgow on 34. Frederick on 84 for 2. And we have seen, Jason, that the scoring rate are beginning to pick up. We had 2 boundaries in that particular over. And certainly they are looking to push it along St. Vincent as both players begin to feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, we've been speaking about this Dominica team, and this Dominica team, a lot of young players in this Dominica team, most of them still in high school. There are a couple of 5th form students, and apart from that, cricket not being the full stay of any of these players here, they do something other than playing cricket. So this Dominica team is in the rebuilding stages, and Gilbert already, as she's brought into the attack, Maya Gilbert asking questions.
Yeah, she continued really to toss that ball up. And I think we saw that Frederick looking to go across this one and actually missed it. Well, very close. But they have to continue to play as straight as they have been playing. When the ball is up, take the opportunity to play straight.
Again, Frederick and Glasgow. They've pushed along this score for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Partnership already yielding 29 runs. And some more.
Yeah, picking up another single. A full toss hit down to mid-off, which is just about halfway to the boundary. As you speak about the Dominica team and the young players, it will be good for Dominica to have these young players being introduced right now. Probably next couple of years, these players will develop.
It's a powerful shot well struck. One, it's two. Not the very best of throwing arms down there in the deep. So again, picking up another two. Yeah. They're playing as if they want to just take over and switch the tide and keep it all in their favor, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They've been on the attack more than anything else, these two.
Yeah, Glasgow in particular has really picked up the scoring after the loss of Homer. Lovely shot once again in total control as this one is hit through the cover. It's going to go very close to the boundary. Just stop, just about a foot inside the boundary, but again, confidently played. She was on top of it in the right position and placed it nicely through extra cover and pick up another two. You look at her movement, really try to get her body in the correct position there. And picked up two. Impressive shot there by Glasgow.
Glasgow has shown that she's in good touch. The end of 14, 90 for 2. Could probably see her trying to explode. She's already on 39. 11 more to her half century, and after that, she may very well let loose.
Yeah, so that partnership quickly raced to 35. That had come pretty quickly. Jamila Glasgow on 39, and really have been striking the ball very well. Frederick is on 8, 90 for 2 after 14 overs, so still have 6 overs to go. St. Vincent really would be looking probably in the area about 140, Jason?
140 is a good total. Dominica has only shown that Pearl Etienne and maybe one or two others can strike it around, and Pearl Etienne will be fancying her chances here this morning because with nothing to lose and everything to gain, I wouldn't be surprised if she opened the batting and tried to bat all the way through for Dominica.
So Valmont completed her spell. She had none for 34, a bit on the expensive side. Started well, but the last over was pretty expensive. So Regis going to pick it up from the riverbank end, Jason? Road end?
Oh, that's between
northern end.
That's between you and Stevenson Worm. I'm not even going to fuss about it. Whatever comes to my mind first is what I would say, because Stephen is very particular himself about how we refer to it. He's from this parish. You too. It's a good stop. It's a good stop. Anything other than that would have gone for 4. It's a good stop there. Back with a square.
Yeah. I think it was lucky there to hit that ball very straight. Straight to that short fine leg.
It's Nelson. Nelson, that's Shaniqua Nelson.
Right.
Regis has played through cover. That's a good shot. Just one. They're going to take on the arm of the field out in the deep, or will they? No, decided against it, and wisely so, because it would have been catastrophic.
Yeah, good judgment there. The fielder just dropping the ball a bit, and you could see both batters quickly looking to come back for the second run.
I beg that one.
We just trained down the leg side a bit. The umpire signaling wide there. We have so far 10 wides in ball.
Oh, that's a good shot. That's a good shot. That's one bounce four, struck with authority, disrespectfully dispatched.
Yeah, positive shot again by Glasgow. Again, just seemed to be strained on the leg side a bit. Short delivery. Glasgow into position and really hit it over what would have been a backward square position. Really, and dunked to the boundary for four. But good positive shot. Really putting away the bad deliveries.
So quickly she's moved on to 44. Glasgow. She's been kept in check. She's been kept in check by Regis. Good comeback from Regis.
Again, looking to pick up the single. Glasgow just dropping her on a bit, taking the piece off. But going straight to that short cover. She's on 44. Into the 15th over. Again, pushing it down, and there could be trouble here.
She's gone. She was backing up a long way, wasn't she? And Frederick paid the price. For a quick moment, Glasgow thought it was a single. But Frederick was a long way down.
We spoke about indecision, and there it was. And Glasgow began to run, and Frederick really came through, but really it was straight back. Really, there wasn't a run there. And this is where the sort of indecision comes in, really. It was a bad call, and St. Vincent losing the third wicket, 97 for 3, and we just have 15 overs being completed.
Yeah, well, good awareness by Regis, because she never lost her composure. I mean, she was under pressure, and Frederick was darting back. Anything other than left or right would have seen a clear miss hit, but she kept her composure, that's Regis, and dislodged the bails in an emphatic manner. So St. Vincent and the Grenadines now 97 for 3. Side over number 15, just one delivery remaining. Well, that's the end of the over, actually, at the end of 15. So at the end of 15, 97 for 3. And getting ready to join her captain outside there in the middle, Zavian Stevens. Zavian Stevens. So you pronounce it?
Yeah, I think it's Zavian Stephen.
Yeah, I'm always lost with these millennium names. Sometimes they look a particular way and have a different pronunciation, so you've got to be very careful. Found myself in trouble the other day trying to pronounce something as it was spelt, only to realize that there's a whole lot of French involved. I'll tell you more about it. Gilbert is spot on target. She's bowled pretty well so far, Gilbert. 3 overs have gone for 14 runs. Pretty good, given the conditions and the fact that SVG has been attacking.
Yeah, she has gone well. I think I continue to see how impressed I am with her. I think she understands her craft and definitely is working for Dominica.
I'm excited to see what this unit from Dominica would look like in about maybe 3 years from now, once they stay together and remain focused. This unit from Dominica here would be something to worry about.
Yeah, I believe even the SVG unit, pretty young also, so definitely I think there is some excitement about these players, as you said, in come 2-3 years, once they remain, that with that focus.
Glasgow has been nudging it around and picking up runs. She's moved on to 45. Another landmark in the sight for her. In the meantime, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the team, heading towards another landmark. They are 99 for 3.
It's good for them, good for their confidence, and in their innings yesterday they didn't get past 100, but setting a total now maybe in excess of 120 will make them feel like they have a chance of pulling off a victory here today.
Oh, that's the end of 16. And with 4 overs remaining, St. Vincent and the Grenadines are 99 for 3.
With the run rate of 6.19, it tells you that if they continue with that run rate, they'll definitely get 120, maybe 125, and a few boundaries here and there in between can give them a score of 130, which I think will be quite a challenge in total for Dominica.
I don't think at this stage of the tournament Dominica would worry too much about whatever total is posted by St. Vincent. I think they will just more so pay attention to going inside there, getting a good knock, keeping the head down, and playing some good cricket generally. This one is punished, being played up through the extra cover all the way to the boundary. That's 4. That was fantastic. Latched onto it in a flash, leaving nothing for granted. Brutally struck. 4.
Yeah, again, good shot by Glasgow, hitting the ball really powerfully. She seems to be on song this morning. Just at will, she seems to be doing what she knows she can do. There's no sign of her being, afraid. There's no sign of her being in trouble. Yeah, she just seems to be on point in terms of her execution, and that's really good. It says a lot about her and her confidence at this time.
But look, Shada in already. Oh boy.
So the 100 is up. 100 is up. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 104 for 3.
They only can bring in one person. They cannot change the field because I still on strike. It's only one person.
But she has to stay out. Is she bringing in, I'm Glasgow?
Eh?
She not coming in, She outside, But it has to be on the boundary.
Glasgow again looking for more runs, and yes, she does get it. Advanced down the wicket, and a fantastic stroke by Glasgow. So just like that, she's moved on. She's gotten a half century, and a good knock for Jamila Glasgow. She stayed, and she's guiding St. Vincent to what should be a respectable total in excess of 130.
Yeah, definitely looking good, in command. That ball that she just used the feet and get close to it and just striking it through the extra cover region again. Expertly picking that gap, not looking to overhit, but just looking to place the ball through the gap. And so she's looking really, really good today. A little too late, one may say.
Similar stroke just a little bit wider. And for one, was almost the identical delivery. The last one, the previous delivery, she advanced down the wicket, gave herself some room to free the arms, and played it up through extra cover for 4. Could have done the same thing here, really.
Yeah, I think she could have, but this time it was a little straighter from Regis, and it seemed to be a bit faster.
Good answer by Regis, answering to Stephen. Glasgow resting on her bat at the non-striker's end. It's a good call by Glasgow. Glasgow was the one who initiated the call and suggested 2 from the onset. The first one, they came through very quickly for the first one, and it turned out to be 2 in the end. It's good running in between the wickets for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All the ones on the board, 111.
Good shot by Stephens, just leaning back, using the piece of the bowler to get it through the gap.
Giving herself more room again, beating the fielder short in at cover. That's 1. They'll settle for 1. Anxious moments here at last suggest, more so for Dominica. They just got to stay composed. It's a pretty young team involving some Form 5 students, some Form 4 students, some students at the tertiary level and at university. So they've been splitting their time between cricket and academics. So, and then apart from that, we've got a couple of veterans in the team. Of course, Etienne being one of them. It's in the air. The shout is catch. Cover is pedaling back, but extra cover, sorry, was pedaling back, but no threat. And the ill-advised going for the second was a comfortable one, and tried to go for the second. And Stevens goes, umpire Sean Manwaran raising the fatal finger. Run out.
Yeah, really smart there by Regis. I think this is what really caused the downfall. They look at the throw as it comes in, and she was quickly to the stump. Really.
It was close. It was very close, I dare say. It was very close. Maybe another view with a slow motion. It was very close.
Yeah. Definitely a good decision from Manwar, and I think the fielder the batter did not expect that throw to come in to her end like that, and seemed to have been caught napping.
Wow. She was running for life. The coming from that end was Glasgow. Glasgow knew she was always going to be safe. But Glasgow was trying to entice the fielder to go to the bowler's end where she was running. But George decided to go to the bowler's end. And as she went to the bowler's end, she sent Stevens back. So St. Vincent and the Grenadines 114 for 4. Getting ready for the start of the 18th over. Are you still believing 130 is a possibility?
Yeah, as long as Glasgow is out there, I believe 130 will be on the cards. We know she can strike it well. I think maybe look to find the gaps as often as she can will result in maybe some twos, and definitely you have some 18 deliveries. That tells you 18 plus, even if they were just to get one per ball. it will bring them over 130.
Right arm over.
All right, well, see how John has made his predictions. I'm not a betting man, so I wouldn't engage.
Well done, Sadia.
I always seem to lose the bet when I make the bet, and I always win the bet when I don't bet.
So you stay away from betting.
It's called knowing how to pick your battles.
Well, like you, I'm not a betting man, but I predict. And sometimes the predictions are spot on. Just as this ball was spot on, hitting outside the off stump, seemed to be an inside edge. But again, importantly, they crossed for the single. So it means Glasgow is now on strike.
What will Glasgow do? She is already gone past 50. She's on 55. And opening her hands here. Could go either way. She's much more capable than her scores in this tournament would have suggested. So she can give it a belting, she can pierce the field, she can be very tactful if she needs to be. Dominica, on the other hand, that was one, should have been only one. Taking eyes off the ball at the very last second. You've got to keep your eyes on it. Watch it into your hands. One is always one. And no point in giving up an extra run, not at this stage.
Yeah, and not just giving up the run. I think they would be happy if Glasgow could be at the non-striker's end.
Well, that's a good shot by Glasgow. There's no point in chasing that. It will go all the way. Or did it? Again, the grass outside, they're holding it up. It's like a thick living room rug, this grass outside on the edge of the boundary.
Yeah, again, not really getting the sort of power that we know she has, but the ball definitely slowing up as it gets closer to the boundary's edge.
You could almost lose half of the ball in the grass if you go back and just look at the shoe in that grass outside. It's
Right ball.
very thick on the outskirts out there. You lose half the ball in the grass.
So over number 17, Jason, halfway through, and we're already at 120. So again, I think my predictions are spot on.
Many of our viewers would tell you that's not a scientific prediction.
White ball.
If you want to predict something, predict, let's say, around 140. Let's see what you've got. 140, 145.
On the other side. I'll see, to go on the other side.
On the other side. Of course you can go on the other side.
Yeah, I
You seen her?
Right arm
I
around.
absolutely think 140 is on the cards. Glasgow is there. She's striking it well. A strike rate of 145 tells you that she is capable of really putting away good deliveries and the bad one that may come.
This time Seaman is punched down the ground. The fire officer gets into play.
Watch it. Yeah, you can go across the ball.
She's a fire officer. Rian Prevo.
One ball, don't try look too
Nice
hard.
and easy.
Okay? In one ball.
Nice and easy.
No, what is the manager them boy?
Dead ball.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
The umpires outside there. Rosalind Cooper, the standing umpire from St. Lucia. She's kept things pretty tidy. The leading edge, looking to go on the onside, and no one close in on the offside, so all's well that ends well.
Yeah, again, good cricket by Glasgow, recognizing one delivery, and so it means that she would hold the strike for the next over, and definitely she will look to maximize, on anything loose.
The run rate has now climbed to 6.69.
Oh, that there wrong.
Dominica would pay attention to that. It's a cause for concern. They do not have much batting to be explosive outside of Pearl Etienne. But the thing about it is that once Pearl Etienne goes out and she stays there, then those around her lift their game.
Yeah, definitely. She is the key, Etienne. And the players tend to play around her. Regis also one of their senior players who I think they will depend on heavily.
Dragging it again onto the onside, just one. The mid-on is right back on the boundary.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the field closing in now, as the non-striker. As Glasgow is off strike, I expect the field to close in. Try to keep that non-striker, keep Winfield on strike. Yeah, and so that would help to make sure that the total is restricted. If you can bowl most of your deliveries to Winfield and to keep her off, keep Glasgow off the strike. So good ploy here by Etienne.
She's asking the question. The umpire says yes. That's a good delivery. The umpire says yes, as she was asking. That's Regis. And Regis picking up another wicket. So Westfield is walking back like before to Regis.
Yeah, Westfield seem to have played all around it as we see the replay there. She's just going around the delivery a bit. Just seemed to have gone around the delivery, and it was full pitched. There we go, look at it. Yeah, definitely. Wrong choice of shot. Should have played straighter. Definitely could have gotten maybe one down the ground, get Glasgow back on strike. So ill-advised shot there by Winfield, bringing her demise. More importantly, for Dominica, they have a dot ball and they still have Glasgow off the strike. So that is one way of restricting, ensuring that the St. Vincent and the Grenadine girls do not get to 140.
Well, Aisha Williams has come in. So all our friends are viewing from around the Windward Islands, in particular, St. Vincent, Dominica. This is your time. The third place playoff is happening right now. It's on your screen. Tidy work behind the stumps. And, wicketkeeper Fontaine.
Just remember me at the back there.
She's been pretty tidy this tournament. Fontaine, I remember her just making one error, a drop catch, but apart from that, she's been very tidy, very economical, very vocal as well behind the stumps. She's the loudest there, going up for the appeal, but Manwaran deciding against it, saying no. Good morning also to our friends on 89.1 GBN. They're carrying the commentary. It's a television commentary, so we wouldn't be as descriptive as we would be for radio, but they're carrying the commentary. Good morning to you. Good Saturday morning in Grenada.
Again, Regis doing really well. I think that Regis recognized what was happening. It's a struggle for her to really get to the pitch of the deliveries. So you notice that she slowed it up and actually got one to grip a little bit. So Dominica seeking to do what they need to do. A little bit of pressure on Glasgow now to try and get to 140. I don't think she's thinking 140. I'm not sure what she's thinking, but definitely the fact that she's there for the last over, we just may see some fireworks.
You can't get to the pitch of it if you're not using your feet. Hand-eye coordination could only get you so far. And, she would want to use her feet and not keep them planted. So Aisha Williams, if she wants to get nearer. But credit to the bowler. Credit to Regis. Regis has bowled 3 overs for 23 runs, picking up 1 wicket. And the other bowler picking up a wicket, Jennifer Gasper, picking up 1 for 26 from her 4. A couple of run-outs, 3 run-outs actually. Homer was run out by Regis. Frederick was also run out by Regis, and Xavier Stevens was run out by George. So 3 run-outs. That's what you find when they nimble between the wickets. Something's got to give at some point, but the benefit is a lot of runs were scored in 1s and 2s. They've turned a lot of 1s into 2s, St. Vincent.
Yeah, definitely they've done well. I mean, once you see this many runouts, it tells you that they really try to capitalize on the 1s and 2s. And that has made the difference in terms of their score. It will allow that the batters are rotated, the left and right combination coming in, so it throws off the bowler. So a lot of things good happened for them. Despite the runouts, you can see the positives that assisted in them getting a total so far of 123 for 5.
Well, the security officer has been called back to put some calm to the situation in St. Vincent innings. St. Vincent has been scoring with some form of comfort, if you want to say that. Glasgow's on 60. It's a well-played 60 for her. And the security officer and captain, Pearl Etienne, has been called into the attack. And immediately she's induced a false stroke from Glasgow. Glasgow advancing down the wicket, and wisely so by Etienne, realizing she was coming, sort of pushed it into her, cramped her for room, had to manufacture something that wasn't there.
Yeah, good bowling there, good experience from Etienne. But again, I like the temperament of Glasgow, looking now to maximize everything within this last over.
Full delivery. Should have done a whole lot more with that. Beat. Fielder get 1. Just 1. Should have done a lot more with that delivery. It was full. And maybe trying to play it a little too hard.
Yeah, I think she really wanted to meet the leather there with the willow, muscle it through, maybe get it over the top of the infield, because there's no sweeper on the offside, and definitely missed the trick there. Importantly for Dominica though, she's off strike.
This is the final over. 4 legal deliveries remaining. There's a healthy edge, but eluding the grasp of the wicketkeeper. It will run out to the boundary very close, and seems to have injured herself in the process.
But that's really smart running. Good running by Glasgow. Noticing that the fielder saved it, she was purposeful in ensuring that she got the 3rd run to get herself back on strike.
So they ran 3. Look at it. She went out for it and stayed down. Couldn't see what would have caused her to stay down, but she is still down. And, not sure if it means that just maybe her shin or something would have been grazed on the ropes. She's been helped off. We're going to get the details as to why. Couldn't see from this angle.
Everybody come.
But the medics are already on the field. She's on the boundary, on the edge of the boundary. So the substitute fielder will take up responsibility and they will continue. But this is so Nelson, Shaniqua Nelson goes on. She's the substitute fielder for Dominica.
Abigail. Keller. Switch for me, please.
3 legal deliveries remaining.
Get with Shaniqua. Switch for me, please.
Really hope that the player down there is okay. We've had a pretty good tournament now. We don't want no injuries that would leave the players unavailable to play.
That's smart cricket, very smart cricket by Glasgow.
Yeah, Glasgow looking to take every run that is available.
I don't know inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She inside. Right one. Close, Bobby, please. Close, close.
Run, right?
Come in. Ryan.
Is that a free hit, eh? Right?
No.
No free hit. Is that a free hit?
Right. Run in.
We're still trying to pick up the number on the t-shirt because we can't tell from here, but clearly she's been unable to walk herself. It could be that her shin grazed the ropes of some sort, because the problem seems to be with her feet.
I see you walking now.
Oh. They go through for another extra. Dominica not really focusing in on trying to keep the runs down.
Well, that was Gasper down there in the issue, Jennifer Gasper. She's bowled her 4 overs for 26, picking up 1 wicket. And last delivery, it's up in the air. It could be caught, and it is. So that brings the end of the over. That brings the end of the spell, and the catch taken by Shadia Seaman. That's the fall of the wicket at the end of the innings. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 130 for 6.
Yeah, 130 for 6. I think they would be happy. Skipper Glasgow coming out, not out 62. Definitely 130 is a challenging total, as I said earlier. I believe it's going to put some pressure on the Dominicans to try and ensure that they have a scoring rate of up over 6 from the get-go. And so it will allow for some short playing. It will allow for possibility of wickets being taken early, especially Dominica will have to respond to the 130, want to get a good start, use the power play as best as they can. And so it makes for an interesting contest come the second half. Though it's the third place playoff, but I think 130 on the board is a really good score that will test the mettle of the two teams.
All right, well, let's run through the scorecard quickly just before we take the break. Two players in double figures. Jennifer Glasgow, the captain. Jamila Glasgow. I keep saying Jennifer. Jamila Glasgow, the captain, not out on 62. Opening the innings was Kimani Homer. She went for 23, run out by Regis. And after that, everyone else was in single digits. So Homer, 23, and Glasgow, 62. Those were the two notable scores for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Dominica doing pretty well, 21 extras. That's not bad given the circumstances of where they've been over the past couple of games. And they've been thereabout, better for them. Let's look through the bowling quickly. Pearl Etienne bowled her 4, picking up 1 wicket for 20. Jennifer Gaspar bowled her 4, 1 for 26. And Valmond, 4 overs for 34. She was the most expensive of the bowlers. The other bowler bowling 4 was Amaya Gilbert, who bowled 4 for 16. She was probably the most economical, with picking up at an economy rate of 4 runs per over. And all in all, St. Vincent and the Grenadines being restricted by Dominica. Good work by Dominica for 130 for 6.
Yeah, 130 for 6. Really, as I said before, I believe it will be a challenge in total. How Dominica use the power play will be important. The ability to rotate the strike, as we've seen from the SVG girls, will also be important. So definitely they will have to set their game plan early. Maybe assess the bowling of the SVG girls to see who they can pick, as the bowler to really put the pressure on and set up a really good challenge for themselves. Outside of that, St. Vincent will be happy with their 130, and I do believe that they will be confident coming out to defend this 130.
Well, we've seen stranger things, but no doubt we will get to the bottom of this one. And we will start to get to the bottom of it when we resume right after the break. Dominica in search of 131, and they've got 20 overs to do it until we meet again, which is not too long from now. I will tell you, in about 15 minutes or so, we'll have the chase by Dominica, looking for 131 to beat St. Vincent and the Grenadines to pick up the bronze. We'll see you then. Well, here we are. The reply, the chase is on. 130. St. Vincent and the Grenadines getting to 130 in an even 20 overs. 130, not a bad total, very gettable, but it would require some application. It will be more of a challenge for a team of the Dominica caliber because of the stage of their cricket. But I've seen better things happen. I've seen greater things happen. I've seen miracles. Dominica would do well to get to 131 and shock St. Vincent and the Grenadines and just maybe the other two teams in this competition.
And that's the beauty of our cricket. That cricket, 130 competitive score at this level. But when we look back at the way Dominica have been playing, one really doesn't want to give them a chance. But cricket is such a beautiful game. Dominica will want to end strong. I think this is an opportunity for them. 130, pitch is playing well, the whole field is fine. It's a good opportunity for them to end really strong in this tournament. And I dare say the captain is critical in terms of for Dominica's success. They will have to bat well. One very good innings, and you never know what can happen.
Yeah, well, of course, Dominica would need Pearl Etienne to bat for as long as possible when she gets in, and she needs to get in at the fall of maybe the first wicket at best, and because she's not outside the opening now, but they would need her to bat for as long as possible and score, do the bulk of the scoring, and take charge of what is really happening or what would be happening outside there. She's the most accomplished player in this Dominica squad, and she knows how to keep things tight and steady. Being a security officer by profession, she knows how to keep things tight and steady. In order.
It will be important for her to come in also early. I think she bat more in the middle. It might be necessary for, based on how things are going, that she come in much earlier, probably number 4 for the lowest.
All right, well, outside there in the middle for Dominica. Dominica looking to get to 131. They were involved in a thriller on Monday against Grenada. Went down to the last over. It was really a thriller. And,
but it's fair to say that we look at that the first half of the inning that Dominica has bowled pretty well, not bad. I think they kept things up to the first 10 overs. They kept things pretty tight. St. Vincent was just about 50. But obviously they were able to score some 80 runs in the last 10 overs. And I think this is really, St. Vincent would have pulled away after the first half, really would have been even. So,
well, it looks like Ronette Stanford is going to be opening the batting together with Anisha Fontaine for Dominica. So it's Fontaine and Sanford. And wearing number 47 on her back, that's Aisha Williams. She will open the bowling for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, coming from the main road end or the riverbank end. Behind that, of course, is the Lassages Natural Works, just to the left. It's an area that has been known as a landmark in Grenada and the parish in general. Lots of cultural activities that take place at the Lassages Natural Works. Immediately, Williams is spot on. That's a good start. Fontaine equal to the task.
Yeah, well played. Getting a bit of bounce there. First delivery from Williams. Fontaine was equal to it. Push it in front of her. And really, Dominica would be hoping for a really good opening start.
You want to put away these bad balls, especially if you're Dominica. They've got nothing to lose. I keep saying that because everyone knows that they came in this tournament with the greatest disadvantage, I should say, knowing that many of their players are young teenagers, some of them old teenagers, Form 4 students, university students just getting started. at this level, so it's a platform for them to rebuild on. They've got nothing to lose here.
Yeah, and as you said, you want to take advantage of the bad deliveries. We saw a short ball down the leg side went. Even this short one, you'd want to pick the gaps. She was in control on top of it. Played it was on the offside. Gaps is important. Start pick up the singles.
Closer. Closer, darling, closer.
Well, you might think that 130 is a good total to defend if you're St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But you really don't have the luxury of bowling wides, not in this format of the game. They can come back to haunt you. These games generally would go down to the last over more often than not. Well played. Didn't challenge the fielder.
That's okay.
Yeah, just you'd want to pick the gap there. Again, she was in control of this one and steered it to backward point. It went straight to the fielder, but had the opportunity to really put it anywhere. But it's good to see that the delivery she faced would have come off the middle of the bat. That would give her some confidence.
She needs to settle down and get herself in order. Crease is down there at backward point. She's played some pretty good cricket this entire tournament. She's been very active, also almost magnetic. The ball follows her. She's been involved in a couple of runouts, good catch. She's been involved in a couple of good catches, and she's knocked pretty well. Didn't get the kind of score that her talent suggested, but she's played good cricket generally, Crease, for St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Start again.
Williams want to settle down. She's already bowled 6 deliveries, and she's legally halfway through the over.
Yeah, just need to get it right. Just need to calm herself and probably try to just get it on good line.
Again, so she's going to be operating from there for a while. She's got to do better than that. Want to keep it a little closer to the batter. Make sure that you get Fontaine wanting to play.
Yeah.
First over will be a long over. It's already 4 without loss, and just 3 deliveries being bowled. A very quiet period, Jason, as we see the St. Lucia team just arrive.
It's a better ball. It's a better ball. She's coming across the right-hander now.
So she's bowling to actually no slip. Started off with a third man right back. Backward point cover. Extra cover mid-off. Heavily packed offside field. Just 3 players on the leg side. Long leg, mid-wicket, and a mid-on deep. Really the focus really would be outside the off stump, attacking the off stump.
Lucky there to get away with that one.
Yeah.
I thought that one was a little bit wider, but Manwaring contemplating and then deciding against it. So finally, the over comes to an end. And the Dominica, 4 without loss after an elasticized over from Aisha Williams.
Yeah, for 10 deliveries bowling that first over. As you said, Manuel, I think, was a lenient to that last delivery. Going around the wicket for the last delivery. Just going wide of the off stump. Dominica 4 without loss at the end of the first over, all 4 being extras. They need to get 131 for victory. And would really want to end on a good note. Had the opportunity, against Grenada in that second game, which is 49 for 7. But Grenada really stood tough. And victory will give them so much confidence, as you rightly said, a young group of players. And it would all go well in terms of the rebuilding process.
Well, Amika Westfield has been called into the attack from the commentary booth end. Amika Westfield. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Most of these players from St. Vincent and the Grenadines have been playing cricket for some time. They have been hailed as probably the fittest team in the tournament. Should have been one there. Surely it should have been one. The keeper went to a backward point and no backup at the stumps. They've got to sort out the running between the wickets, Dominica.
Yeah, if it's one thing we can speak about this, the St. Vincent batting, they were pretty positive, and it's necessary to really be positive out there, because really there should have been a leg by taken there. The ball going out to what would be a vacant square leg.
And that's the fall of the wicket. It was a run. I believe it was a run. It was an easy single. And oh no. It was an easy single, Crony.
Yeah, really poor running. They really poor judgment. They really should have been an easy single. And no response from the non-striker. So we have seen it in the last 2 deliveries. One before, what should have been a single, and there was miscommunication. Nobody ran. And this time, ball was hit firmly down to mid-off, and really had all the time in the world to complete a single there.
Yeah, well, Stanford was noticeably upset because it was an easy single. She was trying to get the scoreboard ticking over. And you could almost sense that something was about to happen because a couple of deliveries before she was calling for the single. She wanted to get the strike rotating, but Fontaine at the other end wasn't having any of it. They're going to have to work out the communication between the wickets now, Dominica, because the first wicket is down already inside the second over, 4 for 1. Should have been an easy single.
Yeah, what a disappointing way to get out. And the ball was struck so well. Unfortunately, Dominica having to lose the first wicket by the run-out route. So again, it really puts pressure now on Fontaine as she's joined by Regis.
Going down leg.
Yeah, Westfield coming around the wicket, angling the ball from off the leg. And that one just going down the leg side a bit, taking the pad. And the run attempted there, but not the sort of start that Dominica would have wished for.
White ball.
Well, I think what they need to sort out is who is going to make the call. Generally, in circumstances like this, once the ball is behind you, it's the other batter's call.
Non-striker.
The non-striker, but they've been... Well, I'm saying once it's behind you, it's the other person's call. It doesn't matter from which end. You can't see, you have no eyes behind your head. So they've got to learn to trust each other now and develop that communication between the wickets.
Yeah, it just means to apply the basics and basics in running.
Red ball.
Yeah, as Westfield continues to straight down leg. So she's coming around the wicket and she's bringing the ball into the right-hander. You know, so there's every opportunity that ball could easily be sliding down the leg, and we have seen it happening. Now, in this over, it's one legal delivery, and already there's just 3 wides in this over. Ball pitching just about the leg and going further down the leg side. Just need to pitch it. Now she's going over the wicket, which is the right thing I think she needs to do. Let's see what happens. Well, this will be called a no ball because of the height, very high, and again, not having the sort of control that is necessary. Westfield just struggling on line and on leg. We look at her, still there's little issues in terms of the run up to the wicket. And we will look at her going up to the wicket now. And does not seem to have that rhythm. Let's see. Yeah, just play down to backward square. The fielder comes wrong, and again, should have been 2 runs here, but players just need to be a little more positive. Regis off the mark, 9 for 1. We are into the second over.
Still?
Yeah.
Still into the second over. 7 wide so far have been bowled. So that's an extra over.
Well, that's a slug through the onside, square the wicket. That's 4. Got into position quickly, kept eyes on it, and never let it drop. It was played on the full, and you've got to dispatch the bad deliveries, and she did that. 4 runs.
Yeah, well played. Full toss, hit to over mid wicket for 4. Pretty close again to a no ball because of the height, but umpire probably judged that it was just maybe around waist level. But given the full treatment, and this is what you want to see, Regis taking full advantage of that full toss, and please down to mid wicket, forward square leg, and for 4. The leg side field now being strengthened. Well, there's 3 players on the leg side now. You see another player coming over, so there's fielder on the boundary.
Another wide delivery. So Dominica wouldn't mind this. The total is mounting with very little work from them. They've lost a wicket. That would be their only indiscretion for the morning so far when batting. They've lost a wicket, and unnecessarily so, because it was an easy single, and run at Stanford was run out by Glasgow. Glasgow was at a deep mid-off, almost a short long off, so to speak, and run out at the striker's end. It was a single.
Yeah, was an easy single. A really unfortunate way to get out.
Dominica moving at 15 for 1. Raphael Crony, they would love this.
Well, we have already had 5 wides in this over. It's now completed. This would probably make.
That's an edge. It's got an edge.
Let's see.
Was it?
I did see.
Umpire getting in position. Let's see. Still, it's a bye signal there. So we had some 5 wides in this over. 16 for 1, and that's after 2 overs. Remember, we only had 4 runs scored in the first over, so some 12 runs going in that over, which included, again, 5 wides. So not the best opening start for the bowlers. And I think Dominica need to take advantage of some of those loose deliveries. 16 for 1 after 2 overs. They need to get up to 131 for victory. Isha Williams, she will continue from that road end. Regis on 4, 14 on 1. In a pack offside field, there's 3 players on the leg side. A lot of movements on the field. The third man being called up, now the long leg being also called up. And the long on is going right back, so we're probably going to see a change from that northern end. Spin. Stevens, it seems. Yeah, seemed to be bowling a bit of off spin. This one was played in a vacant slip position. Again, the Regis just going back and looking the straight ball with no pace. So he just traveled slowly on the offside and she picked up a single. So she moves to 5, Regis. Fortune, who's on 1, comes in to strike 17 for 1. Dominica trying to get to 131 for victory. We're in the 3rd over. Short delivery.
Yeah, well, she should have been able to do a whole lot more with that. When you get these deliveries outside of the line of the leg stump and with only 3 feelers on the leg side, you want to maybe do a lot more with it. Could have played it a little finer. Would have gotten 4.
I think it took the bottom of the bat as she was looking to pull. This time is full. Just hit to mid-wicket.
That's it.
Regis looking more the positive player, more positive than Fontaine. And now the mid-wicket is being pushed back and she's going to go right back on the edge of the boundary. It's a bit strengthening up the leg side field. No long on right back, mid-wicket right back. So these are the 2 players that is out for the power play for 6 overs. Long on right back on the rope, mid-wicket right back on the ropes.
It's up in the air. There's a shout for catch and it's dropped. She settled on there for almost an eternity and has to be disappointed with her effort there. It was an easy catch. Should have been taken. Dominica wouldn't mind. Live to fight another day. Yeah, St. Vincent and the Grenadines doing no injustice to themselves. Looks like number 14 is crease.
Beautiful shot. This was well played by Fontaine. The first positive shot. She came back and hit it through mid-wicket. Hit it with a tremendous amount of power. The fielder on the mid-wicket boundary could not get across. And that ball sped across the field for her first boundary. Good positive shot played by Fontaine.
Yeah, well, they've got to maintain that mindset, that attitude. It's the only thing that would work for them in conditions like these and times like these.
Yeah, and I dare say she would want to really steady and make a big contribution. The fact that she was involved in that run out and probably was one that didn't back up I think she would want to make sure that she set the foundation that Dominica needs to chase that score of 131. So again, quite a bit of movements on the field. You see players are just moving around. Third man, and now the cover, extra cover. Now the mid off is going back. The long horn, right back again. Push on to extra cover. And there's no chance of a run. Kwashi is picking up the attack from the commentator's end. Again, seem to be bowling off spin.
No.
23 for 1 to be into the fourth over. Both batters on 6. Regis.
Keep going. No, Rosie, that's okay.
Push cover. Seem to be. Again, giving the ball quite a bit of air. Seem to be pitching on a fairly good leg. Again, just leg spinner. Past the cover. And they should pick up 2. He's going to run close to the boundary here and just being stopped as the ball really raced passing the cover fielder. 2 more to Regis. 25 for 1. Yeah. Kwashi again giving the ball air and just turning away from the right hander. So it's bowling some leg spin. One got the impression that she started with off spin. Straighter delivery, hit down to long off. Good work by the fielder, really good work by the fielder coming on to her right. And that's Byron. So that completes Glasgow. And you could see the movement on the field and you could determine sometimes the player that moves. Glasgow coming around really quickly, making a good stop to the ball, which was firmly hit back at the pickup single. That would have completed the fourth over.
25 for 1 at the end of 4. Refill Crony will be joined by C.R. John. And C.R. John is going to give us his take on it.
26 for 1. Dominica endeavoring to get 131 for victory. Really would love to end on a good note here today. Fortune is on 6 and Regis is on 9. We have just completed the fourth over. And Stephen, who has so far bowled 1 over for 7 runs. Again, giving the ball some air and Regis looking to sweep. And wide signal by the umpire. Rondell, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. St. Vincent and the Grenadines not been very disciplined in terms of their bowling so far. Seem to be gifting some runs to the Dominican batting.
Yeah, it's not the sort of start that I think they would be happy with in terms of the opening bowlers. Now we see spin from both ends, but we look at it, they have already bowled 10 wides. And does not look penetrative, particularly the faster bowlers. This is, we see the spinners coming in and just trying to put some kind of sanity to the bowling. But 27 for 1 into the 5th over. At a run rate just about 6.23. Dominica will want to maintain that. Full toss again, sweep down to the fielder, down on the wide mid-wicket boundary. you want to take advantage of those bad deliveries. Really should put that away.
Yeah, if Dominica intends to really get past the line, they will have to keep the run rate up over 6.5 and definitely put away the bad deliveries.
No. That's it, Mother P, that's it.
28 for 1, still in the fifth over. We're just getting into double figures on 10.
Thank you.
Again, not looking to take much chances, Regis. Well, given a lot of air by Stevens.
No.
Okay, not being able to pick the gap to another short delivery. Hit straight to mid-wicket. And that concludes the second over by Stevens. She has so far gone for 9. Dominica 28 for 1 after 5 overs.
I dare say Stephen is a pretty crafty bowler. She loves giving the ball air and having the batsman trying to decide whether to come forward or whether to stay back to play. And that sort of indecision can get you in trouble as a batter. So the Dominican batters will have to be positive against her, because if you stay back, you just may be in trouble and get trapped LBW. So they need to look at that.
Yeah. What she's going to continue from this southern end, as we see the long on is being pushed right back on the rope. Also, the long off seems to be going back.
Oh, yes.
Good line and length.
Of course, she has been doing a pretty decent job for Dominica with the ball. So far going, her first over, going for 3. Has the protection out there, and so it will just be 1. But she really, she's been pretty economical in her last few innings for Dominica. Seems to know what she's about, and just looking to maybe induce a false shot by one of the batters here, and that can put Dominica a bit on the back foot.
And what was important here, as you said, she knows what she's about. The long off, she brought up the long off into the circle and then pushed that cover fielder right back on the boundary, and that ball was played down to that position. And really was because, that fielder was pleased, it went straight to that field. If not, it would have been 4. So she doesn't seem to know what she's about, what she wants to do, and put the fielders in the right position. Short hit again, it goes down to that fielder, extra cover on the boundary. So just making room for even those short deliveries that she have back up on the offside.
Yeah, she seems to have the idea of keeping it outside the off stump and ask the batters to come across. It's power play. I still would prefer to have them coming down the wicket. So I would send the long on and long off back and ask them to hit. If they miss, she can have their wicket.
Yeah, that's the ideal thing to do. You want them to be playing on the front foot. Now, this delivery was tossed up, right? And player could have come forward and drive. This is what you want. But in pitching short, you give them time so they can play the cross-batted shot and they can even pick the spot.
Yeah, definitely. And you want to take their arms away.
Good delivery, clean ball. Again, picking up that big wicket ball, pitched up, just hitting across the line. And the same point you were making, they bring it up. You in much better position to pick up the. As we look at the replay here, right, just hitting across the line and missed, and really she continued to bowl well, continued to bowl straight, and picking up a very important wicket. Dominica losing their second wicket. Again, 30 for 2.
Again, a big wicket there for Dominica. I think Regis has shown that she can hit the ball well. Again, asking her to play straight but she chose to go across the line, and that's why I'm saying having the fielder back at long on and long off and asking her to do more of that is what should have been done. But I think they would be grateful that they've gotten the breakthrough. Now will be the turn of the hard-hitting Paul Etienne. So one really good batter replacing another. Definitely Dominica will need her to really, strike it around and maybe be there to the end if they are going to win this game.
Yeah, it's very important. Etienne will have to play, a very important inning, probably look to bat almost right through. We have just completed six overs, 14 overs of bat. You want to really bat as long as possible. But again, we continue to make the point about bringing the ball up. Many of the players seem not to be able to come to play as straight as they should. And we are seeing that it has resulted in a number of wickets with players sitting across the line. Going forward, maybe that's an area that I would think the coach is going to work on in terms of playing on the front foot. Rosalie just hitting across that ball and losing her middle stump. Again, short swing down to backward square, goes into the boundary for 4. Bad delivery and really giving the full treatment there by Fontaine, hitting it well down to that square leg position and wrist across the field for 4.
Yeah, what was in her favor there is that the ball was short. She rocked back and it was short moving down the leg side, and so she was able to get across and really get into a good position to give it a good thumping. It sped across the outfield, and she will be happy for that. She's been there for a bit, and definitely will want to make sure that she stays there with her captain to bring home victory for Dominica.
So, short delivery hit really well through square leg. Just one toss up. Was necessary to come on the front foot and just struggled a bit. Not being able to play from the middle of the bat. Stevens in a third over, giving the ball quite a bit of air. This again tossed up and she pushed it back. But you could see the uncertainty, coming forward.
And that's what you want to create. You want to create that uncertainty in the mind of the batter that they may just decide to go across the line and you can get that wicket.
Again, giving some air and cautiously played to short mid-on. It will be important that someone stays with Etienne. And this partnership would probably can determine how the game goes. Short delivery, pull again through mid-wicket for 4. Good shot between the mid-wicket and the long one for 4. Another short delivery and giving the full treatment.
Yeah, I was just about to say that while you need them to stay, you still need them to clear the boundaries or get the ball across the rope. And Fontaine has just done that. This is what would be needed. You need to capitalize on the short balls, get the boundaries, but definitely not neglect the running between the wickets. And I've seen a couple of deliveries where she didn't really try to get a single, but instead just push it back to the bowler. So you need to be thinking singles along with the boundaries.
Push on the offside, that completes Stevens' third over. She has so far gone for 17 runs. Dominica at the end of the 7th over, 38 for 2. 14 on 15. Etienne is going to face her first delivery. So the rate is not that bad, 5.43, but you does not want to drop on that just to keep it going. Just for a period of time, and then you can pick up as the games further. 38 for 2. They would have been very disappointed to lose that first wicket by the run-out route. But Etienne is in, and one expect that she's going to play this sort of inning that we're really going to pull things towards Dominica.
Yeah, we know she's capable. She's the experienced campaigner out there, and she will want to bring her experience to this game. And as you see her expertly finding the gap, playing straight as we've been asking the others to do, and just finding that gap there. But there is the protection for that sort of delivery.
Yeah, and this fielder, the extra cover boundary, very important position.
And Fontaine not using the feet to get close to the delivery, just choosing to use her hands, and that can prove to be very dangerous.
Hit down to long on short delivery, goes down to the boundary for 4, and again another positive shot. She's taking charge of those short deliveries. Enabled as we look at the replay, there really striking very hard. Past mid-on. Mid-on was wide and goes over the row for another 4. So she continue to scores in boundaries. She moves to 19, and I think she probably would have hit some 3-4s in that 19. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, again, she's not afraid to throw the hands at the ball, swing pretty hard, and show that when she connects well. And as you saw that ball that just came back down the wicket here, it was more or less a miss it, but she went hard at it. And that is what made the difference. It just picked up the momentum down the hill, and a safe shot straight enough that she can get the boundary. But this is what is needed by Dominica if they're going to really get past the 130 scored by St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yeah, and certainly a good over for Dominica. Last delivery pushed down to mid-on really slowly, but what was important in this over, we saw here that Fontaine, the last 3 deliveries was up to the bat. She had to come forward and play, and she did it well. She pushed 2 back, and then this third one, she just came forward casually and plays it down to mid-on. And this is what you want to see happening. She looked so much better in this particular over, hitting away the short balls, and well, she has shown us that she could even the ball up to her. She can play it well. So good over for Dominica. They moved so far, scored 6 runs in this over. So again, they continue to keep the run rate where they want it. It's up to 7.25, 44 for 2 after 8 overs, and certainly they would just want to continue to build on this other platform that has been set. And with the all-important captain Etienne inside there, she herself will feel confident the way that Fontaine is playing.
Yeah, partnerships, you want to make sure that you have someone at the other end who you can feel good about. Someone that can complement your style of play and actually do what is needed to help to take some pressure off of you. And so she will be happy with Fontaine so far. So far, she's been playing second fiddle, been a bit quiet, just looking to get Fontaine back on strike, which is good. I think once these two remain there, they will, have the SVG girls in a bit of a quandary.
Again, hit down to long on. Looking to take on the bowlers. And Etienne not getting the timing right. And again, Glasgow, they just being able to pitch the ball which he really wanted, that you have to look up and think. Another good delivery played down to mid-off. Well played by Etienne as she came forward and pushed it down to long off. Sensible batting.
Yeah, I think that's the key there. Looking to find the gaps, rotate the strike, keep the wickets in hand so that as you get closer to the end of the inning, you can really make a good charge. And wicket in hand means that you don't have to worry about getting bowled out.
Driven, lovely shot, really hit very hard, and the the bowler is down, not probably crashing into the ankle. We certainly going to see as we have a replay there, but that was well struck by Fontaine. Firmly struck.
Instinctive there by Glasgow, but dangerous. Instinctive just to get the feet because it's coming at it, but very dangerous to get these toes being hit by that ball. I can tell you she will be in quite a bit of pain. Definitely will need to look at this as soon as she gets off the park. We need to get some ice.
Well, she's a strong player. She's up on a board, and when you can see that she's a tough player, as we know. Having a good knock of 62 not out today. And bowling sort of off spin, coming through quickly. We saw early on in week bowling, medium pace, more or less opening the bowling. So it does show all-round ability as a player. This is a sort of player you want to have in any team who can almost do anything.
Yes, she exhibits a lot of control over her game. I think she's one of the young players in the Windwards who can, really do exactly what is needed. You can give her certain responsibility, and she will take it up because she knows her game inside out, and that gives her the sort of confidence that she's exhibiting on the park whenever she's on the park.
Yeah, looks like a very good athlete. Even her movements. She just looks the part. So 46 for 2. We had 9 completed overs. 14-21, 18 on 2. Dominica need to get up to 131 for victory.
Yeah, so far we can say it's even Stevens here at the last just playing field as we get ready for what will be and what should be quite a cracker later on. It's the finals of the T20 tournament.
I hope it is. This one hit to cover in the air. Goes down to that cover fielder, and going back for a second run. And Peel went up, the umpire gaining a good position, as we would see the replay. Certainly was in good position, and again the fielder is down.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of indecision there. The bobble by the fielder, and the ATN seen it quickly, but Fontaine was late to respond. Putting in the dive was Fontaine. As we look at it there, very, very close. Umpire judging not out, but I think she has done just enough. The angle doesn't really say much, but the umpire who is in the best position to see what is happening decided not out.
Hit very hard to that short cover, pick up another single. We've seen both players now begin to be a bit more positive, looking to put away the bad balls. There were 2 short balls, one hit over cover, pick up 2. This one just was hit straight to the players, but firmly hit.
Well, I think everybody knows that Etienne can strike the ball very powerfully. Fontaine is showing that she's quite capable just the same. And so this partnership here could be very threatening for the St. Vincent and the Grenadine girls.
Hooper first over, right arm around the wicket. Full outside the leg stump, and Fontaine looking to hit somewhere through mid-wicket. So from mid-wicket, there's someone on the right back on mid-wicket boundary. There's a mid-wicket. There's long on, right back on the ropes, and there's backward square just about halfway to the boundary. Just seem to be attacking just around the legs. And another single for Fontaine. Not really getting the timing right, but going down to long on. So that brings up the 50 for Dominica. We are into the 10th over. Full toss again, hit down to mid wicket, and Long on has some work to do, and she did a fine job just coming across there and stopping that ball before it crossed the ropes and just pick up a single.
Yeah, really outstanding fielding there by that fielder down at Long on. I'm really coming across quickly and putting in the dive, and I'm stopping that one just inside of the boundary, making sure that she saves some run for her team. And so that's really good, outstanding work there by that fielder. This is what you need at this stage. You want to make sure that you defend every run that you can, just to make sure that you come off with a victory. So kudos to her. St. Vincent will feel happy. They're at the halfway mark. At the halfway mark, I can tell you, the SVG girls, they were at 55 after 10. And here, Dominica, they're 51. So they're just about on par. Just maybe about a 4-run difference. But with the hard-hitting Etienne and Fontaine there, I think they can more or less make up for that 4-run difference and maybe get the run rate up to where it should be. So far, the required rate now stands at 8. No need to panic as yet, but definitely they will want to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, you're right. I think Dominica will be happy just losing 2 wickets, after 10 overs at 51. Both players looking positive, and that's important. The signal they're sending, they're going to put away the bad delivery. We have seen Fontaine in particular to really take full advantage of some short deliveries, and thus shows that she can hit the ball really well, hitting it cleanly. We all know what Etienne can do. So it's a critical partnership. These two players are vital for Dominica's success, and they would need to bat as long as possible, if they're going to get anywhere close to that score. While the St. Vincent will want to break this particular partnership. So we at a stage of the game, a critical stage of the game, and we would see what the next couple of overs would give. But really, I think we are at an even stage in terms of the game now.
Yeah, St. Vincent and the Grenadines will want to make sure that they have some clear plans as to how they're going to bowl, how they're going to approach this next 10 overs, keeping in mind, what is required to be scored, and maybe look at their field placing in terms of what might be the best possible way to get one of these out, or if not both of them out, because as long as you have these two at the crease, I think the possibility for quick scoring will be there. So they want to make sure that they get a breakthrough sooner than later, and maybe look to restrict, the run rate as much as they can if they're going to defend this 131.
And what I love about both of the players, they now seem to be taking advantage of the bad deliveries. And happy to see Fontaine playing on the front foot and stroking the ball nicely. Really, really is a good sign. So we had a really exciting period. Dominica 51 for 2 after 10 overs. They need to get up to 131 for victory. Fontaine 22.
Glasgow just marshalling the troops, trying to make sure that she gets her field placing spot on.
And 22 from 34 deliveries. She already hit 4 boundaries. Short deliveries hit down the backward point. Really, that was really well played. Etienne really crashed that shortish ball. It really looks a lovely player. Superb shot.
Superb shot met with superb fielding by the fielder there at the backward point.
Another short delivery comes off the edge, and they're going to go down to the fine third man for 4. And wherever it comes, they will welcome it. Again, looking to pierce the offside field.
Yeah, but you can see the intent from Etienne. She's ready to maybe get this game over as quickly as you can, not really holding back. That one peeling off the edge but good result for her. She went hard at it, and I think she's in the frame of mind where she's confident that Dominica is going to win this game today.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about. The pitch is playing really well, and you just need to make sure that your judgment is right. Pick the bad deliveries. Now bringing up this, well, some adjustment. 3-0. Again, hit down to long off, and they only pick up a single.
Yeah, again, you can see the intent of Etienne going straight. She's looking to hit the ball as straight as she can.
Again, play down to that short third man. Yeah, in control. This is good cricket. Really in control there. And Fontaine just back and push it down to that short third man. Just to throw right. Westfield feeling in that position. Now going a bit wider. Hit the way this one go over cover. The cover fielder is coming off the boundary and just picking up a single there. Etienne looking to go the aerial route. Not getting hold of it, but again it shows you she feels confident and she's really stroking. Looking to take advantage of anything remotely loose. Pick up one more. She's on 12, 58 for 2. In the 11th over.
That's it. That's it.
Ball is pushed to mid-wicket, so that completes the 11th over, 58 for 2. So we had some 7 runs scored in that over. And Dominica continues to push on.
Definitely with these two out there, 7 per over can be on the cards very regularly. And so as I keep saying, the SVG, they will want to make sure that they restrict or maybe get a breakthrough somewhere here now, else this game just may run away from them. What they need to do is maybe bring in the field a bit, force them to go over the top more regularly, and maybe a miscue or something will result in a wicket. But they need to try something to break this partnership here if they're going to stand a chance.
So Hooper continues. Sia so far ball 1 over for 5. Glasgow 2 overs for 9. We are into the 12th over. Again, the long off is going right back. Extra cover right back on the boundary. Long on is also coming right back. And there's also mid-wicket on the boundary. Play to a vacant square leg. They're probably going to look for 2 runs here. Fielder had to run back here. And Etienne playing this one well. So picking up another 2 runs.
Yeah, again, importantly, good running by Etienne. Looking to, I think she knows really what she wants to do. She eyed up that vacant square, and so you realize she didn't go across. She just stood there and whipped it through the square leg vacant region, and picking up 2 more.
Played past the short third man, and again she going to pick up another 2 runs. Just making up her mind a little bit late to go back for that second one, but was in no danger. So she pushes on to 16 very quickly, 62 for 2.
Yeah, more importantly, 2 deliveries, 4 runs scored already. So she's calculative out there. She seemed to be doing the math.
Pitch up, hit goes down to long on, and she will settle for a single. Slightly hitting across that delivery. Sort of dragging it more to a wide long on position.
Importantly for Dominica, 3 deliveries, 5 runs. So it just means that they can end it over with just about 8 runs, which is the required rate.
one of the last couple of few deliveries that goes without a run being scored. But it's so refreshing to see this pair batting. Dominica.
No.
Also want to give some credit to Hooper. I think Hooper has responded pretty well for a youngster, bowling up against these two experienced players who seem to really be able to give the ball some sort of momentum and can clear the field. She's done really well.
Yeah, keeping the ball right up, and they seem to be attacking the basically like some pitch up, hit in the air. Let's see a fielder. We're going to drop short of the fielder on the boundary. 14, not timing well, as she was probably looking to hit it a bit squarer.
Yeah, I think it was a little too close to her that she can free the arms and actually, just use the wrist and allow the ball to, skew off the edge. But she got a good connection, hitting through the line of the ball. Fortunate for her, it did not reach the fielder there, but the fielder was coming in, maybe with the intention of taking that catch, but recognizing that she would not get there, decided to hold back. So, again, good going by Hooper, good over. She's done well. Understanding the momentum that the Dominicans need in this innings, she's responded well, and they would just need to continue like this for, I would make it maybe the next 4 overs, 5 overs, and then, really see how they can ensure that with good tight feeling, the Dominicans don't get across the line.
So Glasgow is going to come in a third over, and maybe one of the things to make sure that you sort of keep her or don't allow her to pick up wickets. She's one of the top bowlers. She has so far bowled 2 overs for 9 runs, and she's going to be bowling to Fontaine. Comes off the edge as she looked to drive, just past the short third man. Made a good stop there. As that ball rushed to her to right Westfield. She's got it on the boot. Single. Etienne comes in to strike. She goes back again, looking to pick the gap on the offside. Smart batting. You're looking to really pick the gap. They made no contact, and their delivery just staying down a bit. Well taken by the keeper. 65 for 2 over number 13.
Again,
Bowled. And what a blow. Again, ball too close. And really, judgment there wasn't the best. Really, it was too close to go back. And just seemingly turn in a bit and hit the off stump. What a blow. The fall of that wicket, Etienne being bowled by Glasgow.
I was just about to say that she would be best served getting forward, lifting the ball over the bowler's head, and then she was going back to one that was just too close to her. A late decision to try and dab it just past the short third man, ended up with a bottom edge onto a stump. So definitely a big breakthrough for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Seeing the back of Etienne, that to me is a big wicket for them. They now need to make sure that they put a stranglehold on the Dominicans and defend their 130.
Yeah, we was making the point that Glasgow into a third over. You want to make sure that you keep her out. And just a bit of a judgment there. Should have been on the front foot. That she was looking to make room, ball a bit close to her, and went into the off stump. Good wicket for St. Vincent. Gilbert replaces Etienne. 65 for 3. Dominica ill of 4 to lose that important wicket. ball pushed down to extra cover or wide mid-off. So that will give really St. Vincent some confidence really to pull things back. At the end of a really good over ball day by Glasgow, picking up a first wicket, the all-important wicket of ATN. She has 1 for 10 in 3 overs.
Yeah, good job there by skipper Glasgow. For me, what is interesting here now is the response from Fontaine, who has been there from the onset. How will she respond? The fact that she has lost the experience of ATN, the hard hitting ATN. Now the dynamics may change a bit. Is she confident in the ability of Gilbert to really strike the ball or to rotate the strike? These are the things that she has to now take into consideration. So definitely how she responds, let's look and see. Is she going to look to go over the top a bit more? What is it she's going to do? Because I do believe the loss of ATN here places a different dynamic on this game.
Yeah, she will have to take up the mantle and be the senior partner. She'll have to continue to be positive, but just be aware that it's key that she bats as long as possible. As we see a change of bowling from our end, commentators boot in. Bentic is put in number 4 jersey. Yeah, ball push out on the offside. Yeah, she would probably be a little bit more cautious. She was playing rather more freely, and she knows she'd want to be just to cut it a bit. The fact that they have lost that wicket. Hit dunked along off, ball pitched up, and 4 runs as the fielder really stepped over the boundary to collect that ball, and Glasgow probably just again just didn't realize where she was and actually stopped that ball with her feet over the boundary.
Yeah, a bit of a misjudgment there by Glasgow. Coming around, giving herself, that chance to pick up and maybe release at the same time. You can see the way she shaped.
Fontaine continued to strike, hit it down the long on. Again, Glasgow made sure that she was in total control. Another single, 70. Fontaine goes up to 30.
The dot balls from here will present a challenge to the Dominicans, and so they want to keep that in mind, that they have to look to rotate the strike also, because every time you have a dot ball, the required weight will go up. St. Vincent, on the other hand, want to avoid these because it's gifting Dominica runs, and it means that you're helping to bring the run rate down.
Yeah. So far, 11 wides.
White ball.
Okay, another wide signal. This one goes down the leg side. As we look at Benting run up, they seem to be going a loft spin. Not running from a far distance. Maybe just need to get a rhythm, get into a delivery stride. She continues over the wicket. Play down the long off for another single. The run just coming 73. She has so far gone for 8 in this over. So it's not about probably the rate, but just losing wickets. No ball, and this would be called for height.
Yeah, SVG will want to be careful here. They need to settle, make sure that they take these next 6.2 overs properly in strides and make sure that they bring this home.
74 for 3. Pitch up, hit down to mid-wicket, lovely shot for 4. Ball pitch up, and Fontaine really give it full treatment in position. And the fielder of wide mid-wicket and Longwood had no chance.
Yeah, really powerful strike there by Fontaine. Free hit and making use of it, just backing away and making sure that she can free the arms. And what was more important is that she chose the gap that she wanted to hit that ball and actually executed it as she wanted it. Good result for her. That would help to ease the pressure somewhat that has been placed on Dominica.
So that completes the 14th over, 78 for 3. Dominica need to get 131. And Fontaine continues to play a good inning. So the 4, that's a 6 boundary. So really she has shown the ability to really strike the ball powerfully.
So
Current run rate 5.5. Just need to step it up a bit.
Well, basically we were looking at some 53 runs needed from 36 deliveries. An equation that if you're the batting team, you will think that's gettable. The bowling team, they would really have to make a meal of this. I think they're in good control. They just need to bowl wicket to wicket, make sure that if the batter misses, they hit, and definitely that game should be in the bag.
So we have seen a change. Ball is hit and down to mid-off. Frederick take up the attack from the northern end. Again hit, cover having to come around. Really strong throw coming from the cover fielder there.
Frederick doing really well to pull in that one. It was a rocket of a throw.
Hit straight in the air. Let's see, where does this go? Straight back and goes down over the rope for 4. Again, Fortune continued to hit straight and dropped just a few bounces, went over the rope for 4.
Yeah, so far I'm really liking the response of Fontaine. Fontaine, even if she's lost glass 18 at another end, she's not afraid to hit the ball straight. She's not afraid to go after her shot. I think she believes that Dominica has to go home with the 3rd place, and she's playing like she believes.
It's 83 for 3. We are in the 15th over. Fontaine 38. Down the leg side and really missed out there. A ball down the leg side. They're looking to swing it around. And loads of space on the leg side. Backward square. Not a no ball signal. I think mid wicket, and she probably should pick up 2 here.
Back up. That's it.
Yeah, I think Fontaine recognizes that she may not be able to run the 2s as she should. She seemed to be tired. She's been out there from the start. And so definitely will want to make sure that she clears the boundary ropes. But so far, Gilbert has done really well in terms of trying to get her back on strike.
Well, I also think probably she was thinking about the end of the over, but they were able to pick up another single. 86 for 3. Gilbert will retain the strike. She's on 3, and Fortune 39. She has so far faced 49 deliveries, 7 fours in that inning. 66 minutes batting so far. So really has been playing a good hand after the unfortunate run out to first wicket for Dominica.
Yeah, they've really consolidated well. We're now at the back end. The last 5 overs of the innings are very, very critical. You notice most teams, that's when they try to preserve wickets, and then at the last 5 overs they try to unleash and make sure that they get their team into the best position to win games. And so we should be looking here at maybe an upping of the run rate, which is just about 5.7. They need to get it up at 9, and so that would be really important how they go about doing that. Definitely I can tell you the dot balls that they face will put up a bit of pressure, but they need to respond.
So Stevens going to continue, and she's going to bowl her last over, so far going for 17. This ball giving a lot of air. Again, just stroke back to the bowler. But I agree with you, no, they have to probably just look to step it up a bit. They need a couple of big overs. Ball given a lot of air, and then it's hit to mid-wicket. Good stop by the mid-wicket fielder. Really good work there. The ball was swung to mid-wicket.
Yeah, again, Gilbert looking to find the gaps.
He looking to pull. Ball comes off the pad and come through for a leg by. No signal by the umpire. Again, Fontaine looking to get the strike.
Yeah, it's important for Dominica that she be on strike as much as possible. If they're really gonna, get anywhere close to the target of 130.
Yeah, a few big overs. Swung ball again, hitting straight to that short fine leg fielder. Looking to take advantage of the short deliveries. You can see her giving herself room. Stevens is wide at the off stump and swung down to long on. And really would have been called a wide there.
Again, you see the intent from Fontaine. She wants to make sure that she gets that ball to the boundary. Hitting really hard. Again, no ball signal there by the umpire. And so it's a free hit. Important one too, because you have Fontaine on strike, and she seems to be pumped and ready to deal with this one.
Yeah, let's see what happens. No ball for the height. Stevens hit, and this one again is hit straight, and they're going to go down to the long on boundary for 4. Good shot again by Fontaine, getting herself in position. You could see she really intended to hit it straight, not to the long on fielder, but hit it straight, which is really safe. And there's no fielder close to it. So she picked up another important boundary that takes her score to 44. Also take the score to 94 for 3 at the completion of the 16th over.
Yeah, good hit there by Fontaine. Again, choosing the right area to hit that delivery. It was short, it sat up, and she could have hit it anywhere, but choosing straight back because you had the long on being a bit wide, and definitely she picked her spot well, and the result was good for Dominica. Again, you're St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you want to avoid, the free hits and avoid the freeing of the arms by Fontaine, because you don't want a situation where they can really get themselves back into this game, the Dominicans.
So Fontaine has just picked up the 8 boundary. She's 44 from 52 deliveries. Dominica 94 for 3.
Some 37 runs required from 24 deliveries. So still gettable. Still, if you're a betting person, you would always want to give a situation like this to the batting team. The boundaries always seem to be easier to get than the wickets, but you never know.
But which means you know clearly that I'm not a betting person. You said the word if. so I agree with you if. Down the leg side and another white. Dead ball being signaled. Dead ball being signaled. I know probably the bail would have fell before. But Dominica do need maybe 2 big overs. So Gilbert, who is on 4, and she has so far faced 11 deliveries. Would want to push on. Bentic, ball given a lot of air, and she just pushed it back, and he just saw deliveries. No, you'll want to really make full use of. And all she was able to do is to push it back to the bowler.
Yeah, definitely. I think she missed a trick there. There's loads of room from square leg all the way to the keeper.
Shot hit, dunked to that third man position. White third man or maybe backward point fine. Third man wide, pick up a single.
Good job there by Gilbert, looking to get off the strike. The way that Bentic is flighting that ball, I do believe if Fontaine gets on a hold of it, she really will put it far over the ropes.
She's again hitting down to long off. The fielder is in position. She could only get a single, and you need much more than that. You need to find the boundaries.
Well, the required rate has jumped to 10 and over. And so definitely a lot of big hitting will be required now. Can't be a one-man situation. So definitely Gilbert will need to maybe rotate the strike a bit faster if they're going to really get anywhere close to that 130.
That's it.
Won't be able to play
That's it, Dele. That's
the
it.
point. Again, no chance of a run.
So Bentic doing a job so far.
That's it.
Dot delivery again.
That's it.
11.5. So I'm not certain what is the mentality of Gilbert at this time, but she needs to maybe hit a shot somewhere in anger and see if she can clear the rope.
But it's the final ball of the over, so let's see, probably look for the boundary outside the off stump, and again the end of a good over for St. Vincent. Just I think 2 runs scored in the over. 96 for 3 at the end of the 17th over. Fortune on 45. And she really would be looking to push off. Dominica really have nothing to lose. Will really want to come out blazing for the next 3 overs. Will want to really try and give it a good shot.
Yeah, definitely. You really want to give it a good shot. So with nothing to lose. You want to go as hard as you can. The good thing is that Fontaine has been there. She understands the way the wicket plays. She's been seeing the ball well. And so she just needs to execute her shots now.
Well, so we see Bentic come in. Just to make sure. Just ball right up and plays down to, again, a short third man and pick up a single. I wonder if Single, first delivery. Frederick. So again, Fortune off strike. And the ball stroked back to the bowler.
Yeah, she needs to play the
There had
situation.
to be more intent
Yeah.
shown by, once again, covers up and push on the offside. And really, Gilbert, there should be more intent shown by Gilbert.
Yeah, she really needs to look to really put the bowler under a bit of pressure too. She's just stroking it nicely. I mean, this requires hard hitting.
I probably would not have taken the single from the first ball. Fontaine, first ball of the took a single. And so I would probably want to take most of the strike. She picks up another single, so Fontaine comes back into strike. We already had 5 deliveries in the over. And that completes a very good over for St. Vincent. Just at 99 for 3, and we just about 2 overs from the end.
Yeah, Frederick doing a really good job there for skipper and for the SVG girls. Definitely, I think Fontaine has misread the situation. Taking that early single, not getting off the strike, means that she doesn't have the opportunity to really put the SVG girls under pressure. As long as she's there, you know the fielding team will be pressured. They would love to see the back of her, but as long as she's there, you know, it would have posed a challenge. But as it stands now, she being off strike for the start of the penultimate over means that they have to find a way to get her back on strike, and she would have to do a lot more hitting than necessary. And so definitely, I think they missed the trick there.
So Kwashi in her final over, so far she picked up 1 for 11, and one would think that probably Glasgow is going to bowl the final over. Short outside the off stump. Again, not being able to pierce the field. It's straight to cover. I've seen Stevens has completed her 4 overs. None for 24. Ball given air. Again, goes down to mid-on. So one more 100 in the 19th over. 100 for 3. Williams had 1 over for 4. Westfield also had 1 over. You see 11 runs. Glasgow, so 3 overs, 1 for 10. Tossed up and swung down to mid-wicket, and again just a single being taken. Disappointingly, 101 for 3.
Yeah, I'm looking at what is happening and a bit disappointed. Mathematically, Dominica is still in it. You know, 6 sixes and an over. You want to make sure that you play the situation as it is, and looking at the way they ran that single there tells you that they've decided that they're not going to really put no pressure on the fielders, and so definitely it shows a sign of conceding.
That's it, keep bowling.
So we had almost at the completion of the 19th over. And it would be fair to say that maybe the last 4 overs, we didn't see the sort of aggression. It completes the 19th over. We didn't see for probably about the last 4 overs. We didn't see, you know, that sort of positiveness or that intent really to try to get up to the score of 131.
Yeah, and I mean, while that is the case, you have to applaud the St. Vincent and the Grenadine girls. They took the opportunities to make sure that they don't get, to free their hands and to really get the ball across the ropes. And so they could have, if they decided to, it would have been a bit more pressurizing if, there was that intent. But without that intent, you still have to bowl and bowl well to make sure that you give them no chance. And I think they did that. And so basically with 1 over remaining, it's still 30. Yeah, it's 30. Importantly, Fontaine on strike. What can happen? Does she have it in her?
Hit down to the long on. Again, the Glasgow comes out the boundary. They're looking for 2, and let's see. And they will complete 2 runs. Ball not collected by the bowler. And Frederick, who just gone for 13, she's into her 3rd over.
And this is what we were saying. If you put pressure on the fielders, this is what happens. So they looking to put pressure in this last and final over. It really doesn't make sense to me.
103. Fontaine is looking to swing. A white ball signal. You probably should have seen that maybe a few overs ago with the intent, trying to. You just didn't see it from both batters. Pitch up and hitting straight. Let's see, the fielder comes around and just got a hand straight. And again, just a single being taken there. Again, there was intended to hit straight.
Yeah, good shot there by Fontaine, as that brings up her 50. 50, yes, I think she would have really loved to have 50 and winning the game.
It's on the hit down to mid-wicket. Again, is another single straight to the fielder.
To have the 50 and to have gotten your team home, that would have been the consolation. But as it stands now, you've gotten the 50. No way mathematically that your team can win this game. She will be disappointed.
Yeah, well, as you said, you had to give credit to Frederick, but I think she bowled a good spell in that she kept the ball, up, wicket to wicket. She didn't give much away. Look at that length. It was in the air and easy catch taking in cover. And certainly Dominica now losing the 4th wicket with just 1 more delivery to go.
Yeah, and this is the sort of hitting that you expected from Gilbert. You have wicket in hand. There's no need to try to preserve you. What you want to do is to get after the bowling, put the fielders under pressure, put the bowlers under pressure, and the result may have been quite different. Really and truly, I think they missed the trick here, Dominica. Well fought to the St. Vincent and the Grenadine girls. I think we will certainly now begin to turn our attention to the big match.
So Gilbert went back, caught by Stephen Bowl by Fredericks, and she went for 827 delivery she faced. And Dominica 107 for 4 with just 1 delivery remaining. As we look at the bowling, Bentic had 2 overs for 15 runs. Frederick in a 3rd over now pick up 1 for 17. But I think the pick of the bowlers was Glasgow. 3 overs just going for 10. Dominica.
I take over 1 ball to you.
Sanford went for no score. Last delivery, his play to cover. Again, picked up full toss. And first delivery face, push to cover. And an easy catch picked up, and that seemed to be Westfield. Full toss. Just play to short cover. And that's the end of the inning. Dominica losing the 5 wickets, and St. Vincent coming out probably deservedly winners, or comfortable winners, I would say.
Yeah, good job to the St. Vincent and the Grenadine girls. I think they played well from the onset. The mindset this morning was a lot different to what we saw from them yesterday in that game against Grenada. Coming out looking to make sure that they set a target. A target of 130 was set by some good hitting, good batting from Glasgow. She really did well with the bat. You saw the intent from them. They pushed the ones and twos. They were quick between the wickets. Whenever the opportunity came to score, they scored the boundaries, and so that gave them the score of 130, which in my view was still gettable. The wicket is good. You just need to play positive cricket, and I think this is what Dominica missed right at that point. They missed the positivity in terms of their response to the SVG total, and falling short by some 24 runs means that they really didn't do as expected. But hats off to them. It's been a really tough week and a few days, and so they would get some well-deserved rest. They may have wanted to maybe go back with at least some sort of silverware, but as it stands now, they're not going back with any. But their players have really done well.
But I think to be fair with Dominica, I think that they would have played an improved game. I think the game was competitive up to probably the 15th over of Dominica's batting, and just fell away in the end. But just to say, Fortune not out on 51. We have Sanford, she was run out without scoring. Regis went for 11. Etienne, which was a critical blow, went for 17. Gilbert for 8. And Prevost not scoring. They score 107 for 5. And just to conclude the wickets, the last bowler, Frederick Bull, 3 of us picked up 2 for 17. And there were 20 extras, 15 wides, 3 no balls, 1 leg byes, and 1 bye. Total of 107 for 5. And Dominica just falling short by 23 runs. Deservedly victory to St. Vincent. But just to look back briefly at the innings, I was making a point that Dominica played really a competitive game, probably until the 15th over of this match. And I think it just fell away at the loss of probably the wicket of Etienne. And then you had the wicket of Regis. But Etienne dismissal, I think, was a critical one, because it looked at that point in time as though they were taking charge and really going to get that score of 131. But despite their losing, I think they would feel pretty happy that they competed strongly in this final game and just fell by 23 at the end. So it has been really a competitive match, I would say, up to that point. But Dominica, St. Vincent just pulling away at the end and winning that what an important fixture. Certainly hats off to St. Vincent, the way they played to come out on top in this game.
All right, well, we're going to be concluding for this portion of the day, and we're setting up for the big match, the finals. And to many of us, it's a rematch. It's a rematch of last year's final. It's a rematch of the finals of the 50 over. The Grenada falling short in the 50 over earlier this week will want to make amends, and I think the girls will really want to put in a big effort and really give the Grenadian public something to celebrate. It's our 50th independence anniversary, and so definitely having a bit of silverware will be something that I think all of us as Grenadians will be looking forward to.
Yeah, we are expecting it to be very keen, very competitive. Certainly we will hope that you would join us in probably just the next few minutes as we prepare for that all-important game. Join us in a few minutes.